is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Ensem besisi Kevin Taylor say NPP egu na Bawumia the first school ewo NPP marshal say now NPP for some better flag bearership abano January next year January na say Bawumia and the techi one manipulate NPP CCA say opesa chinchinanchi on MPP for the no 2028 say yampa Kevin Taylor na account we yi nsem bi ato wo se Kennedy akasa kan ne no masem say onima manfo mo ye langas amu ku amanfo eba ne sen ene besi nne Kennedy ntime enyi o mama ne anchiom afi de wo o so president bi Krubenso Ghana ha wana de tumi ni meba ho abugina po ye adwuma no menta kando ye adwuma no Julius Zebra ye adwuma no Haruna Dusu ye adwuma no wan ene de tumi be ma ho Bawumia na Kennedy na se branch champo na se wan ai mo kwan NPP for mo kwan
NPP as a political party and Mahmoud Bawumia I am the first coup. And coup now why no majority of MPP4 they be a catch a MPP4 especially a year Ken Agyapong the supporters. The NPP at the end of the day they have already rigged the elections for Bawumia and they started the rigging from today. Ken Agyapong betima ko wiase asasi we so for soro he would lose the primaries. What they have done today is the beginning of the rigging for Mahmoud Bawumia. It's a candidate Japan supporters did the moya no kwa. Now, NPP has decided to hold its presidential primaries on January 31st, 2026. So technically, NPP for Baby hold the presidential primaries before executives, primaries. Do you know the danger in that? Do you know what they are doing? Right now, there's something I need to let you know. This story you are seeing here, they are imposing Bawumia on the party. They are imposing Mahmoud Bawumia on the NPP. The executives now and the Omudi party strategically, Omuni Council of Elders, any MPP Benifono, they have sat down to come to a conclusion, say, Mahmoud Bawumia, they have to indirectly impose Bawumia on the party. Because you see, when the presidential primaries election comes on before party executives elections are, what is going to happen? And they say, on all fronts, executives they will be campaigning for Bawumia. Meaning the current executives led by JFK any omne Mahmoud Bawumia mu ye adwuma omne MPP ebo kro no e de party no beduru ha no se ye ba be ye Bawumia mo primaries no January 2026 it means when muna ye nyanto omo so aba no they are the ones who are going to lead the campaign for Bawumia. They are the ones who are going to make sure they whip every executive in line. Because one, they are doing one thing to kill two birds. What they are doing is, they are one, whipping people in line to vote for Bawumia. And when Bawumia wins the primaries, Bawumia will use his power and influence to whip the executives in line for them to be voted for. Now, what they are doing right now, or what they have done today, they have created a room for Bawumia to be the tyrant who is leading the party now. Because most of the executives know the party anymore. Say on a normal day, say a about before you better a presidential primaries. All of them, Nana B, where they will all lose the elections. Now for Bawumia to protect them, because remember, Bawumia campaign all year, all these people are the ones following Bawumia around. every single executive today, as we speak, national women's organizer, youth organizer, chairman, first chairman, third chairman, vice chairman, all of them are following Bawumia on his campaign, meaning they are all in Bawumia's camp. Now, say to primaries in the first. Now say to na say sa nipa na sebio oni Bawumia company winia. What is going to happen is they know say sa nipa is not going to work for Bawumia to win the primaries. So what they want to do now, and they say obi a omo hu ni say ebia oye Ken Agyapong ni a obe contesting any executive position no. They want Bawumia to first become the presidential candidate. Owia then they uses his power and then to protect their campaign money we need, and what they are going to do is they are going to stick to the same calendar. Use here Bawumia GFK mo ebeli mo. What they are doing now is they are protecting the executive by using Bawumia's primaries first. They are doing this. They are technically silencing any opposition views. Now, what they are doing right now, I say, Bawumia primaries, and now NPP presidential primaries first, and they say, now, almost say recently, almost say, amendment to be a constitution, and that will be done, I think, July, almost constitutional amendment. Now, executives, now, let me tell you, 19th of July, and a new amendment to my constitution. Now they know say in 2024, Ken Agyapong can send bebre and the omu blame say in some okaye and the fast momuko opposition. Now they want a way to silence Ken Agyapong and his followers. Into this amendment they are going to do, they are going to find a way to put in the constitution rigid rules, rigid punishment for anyone who get out and speak their mind. One Ken Agyapong, they will suspend him before the primaries. Mamika you been show. Sir, amendment they are going to infuse a lot of anti-Ken Agyapong things in there. Now, what they are going to do is say they are going to infuse in there. Ken Agyapong kasa. Kennedy himself, so one na or kasa na or go out of the rope. He will be caught in the web. And Kennedy himself, he might even be suspended before the primaries for Bawumia to go on the post. Because they cannot contest Bawumia. Right now, no, so who say NPP for Ababontin Bekacho say presidential primaries, no, before executives in the primaries now. Bawumia has started his first coup. Mamika be been show. Nana do danko kufuado. Or your third coup and sana ultimately winning in the third primaries. Now, Bawumia Campono, NPP as a political party, they know, say, the NDC is a big force. And they know whoever succeeds John Mahama, they cannot use Bawumia to beat the person. The plan they have now, I mention plan, no, they want Bawumia to come again in 2032. The strategy is to bring Bawumia back in 2032. Now, what they're going to do now is they just want Bawumia to galvanize enough votes in their primaries. And then after Bawumia gets a little bit of what he got from 2024 primaries, then they'll bring him into 2028, which they know he will not win. Now, Bawumia and Winia, he will still go with this same group of executives into 2032. And they will use the same format to make sure they install or they impose Bawumia on the party. Because remember, this group of people, say omutumiya machinations no na yeto abano na Bawumia winia. Remember, JFK will campaign for Bawumia, Nana B will campaign for Bawumia, Samia Uku campaign for Bawumia, Kejemfo campaign for Bawumia, Chairman Utumi campaign for Bawumia. Now the party executive Mudi Bawumia chino, they will all campaign for Bawumia. So automatically in the primaries Bawumia will win. Now it is left with Bawumia to protect them. Now how is Bawumia going to protect them? Obia omuhuni say enya de obetumi aboa Bawumia campaign no come 28 biano, Bawumia and the NPP will find a way to make that person lose. In the Ken Agyapong, they be able contesting any executive after Bawumia has won the primaries. Automatically you will lose because Bawumia and the party will make sure say these people who kept him in power to become the flag bearer, those are the same people he is marching to in 2028. Now, Oluzi 2028 elections we are. Now they will need to fight Bawumia to come again the third term because Thomas started making that argument. Bawumia Nkrampo make argument. So I Nana Akufo-Addo about 1, wenya about 2, wenya about 3, wenya John Mahama about 1 and about 2. Into me some more chance. Into he knows. Say there is a third chance he wants to take. 2028 he knows he will not win. But he wants to walk to 2032 32 with this same group of people. Because what he's going to do is say, oh, we need prime minister now. Sanko Fowe, they are going to win the executive. Now, these are the people of the 2028. He will lose. He will use the same strategy again, whereby they will pick the presidential first. When they pick the presidential primaries and they pick him first, then he will make sure these same people win. They have a long-term project. Ken Agyapong, he can swallow the earth. He will never beat Bawumia. Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, the party council of elders, the establishment, Ken Agyapong is part. Mamika Bibinchiro, see, I can the establishment, do not isolate Ken Agyapong and isolate Brian Agyapong. Ken Agyapong and Brian Agyapong, Bawumia, they were integral part of the establishment. And within the establishment, there is an establishment. TMA. Within an establishment, there is an establishment. Even the forest now, when you go into the forest, you realize that so within the establishment, they want Bawumia to go. They know Ken Agyapong, no matter what. He's temperamental, he's not intelligent, he's not smart, he cannot play the game Gabi Ocheda Akomope. He cannot play the game of Akufo-Addo. Even though he's partner, they know Ken Agyapong is not smart enough. So Ken Agyapong can do whatever he wants to do. Ken Agyapong can never beat Bawumia in the primaries, because these are the executives who are going to campaign for Bawumia. Bawumia, thank you to the campaign. And the same Justin Koduamo, the same third vice, second vice, women national organizer, youth organizer, the same pigs. What they have done today, this is Mahamudu Bawumia's first coup. And it should send a signal to Ken Agyapong and his followers. They know more, may catch them on there, may catch them from January, say, Mahamudu Bawumia will beat Ken Agyapong, they will steal the elections for him. It is not going to be like they are going to have an election, na Ken Agyapong, may say, Mahamudu Bawumia, they will rig the elections for him. Ken Agyapong supporters should listen. Ken Agyapong, no matter what, so the prime minister on 20%. But I want you people to understand, because I'm from January, me wa party ni muchemo. Ken Agyapong supporters, mamika bibinchemo, they will rig the elections. Whatever you people do, 19th amendment, all the amendments, 70% is against you people. They will silence you guys. They will suspend They will suspend him. Now I am telling you on authority. It does not matter the noise you people are making. They're screaming, you are screaming, you are wasting your time. Mahamudu Bawumia, they will rig the elections for the Kennedy Bawumia. Mahamudu Bawumia, the NPP executive, they will rig the elections for Bawumia. They are not going to contest Kennedy. They will rig it. And they have started rigging the elections from today. This thing you are seeing is the beginning of the coup Bawumia has set it up. And anything that he feels to say Kennedy is a fool to him. And anything that he feels to say Kennedy does not even understand what is happening. What you are seeing on the screen, this is the beginning of Mahamudu Bawumia's first coup. He will do a second coup and a third coup. And he is using the Nana Addo Akufo-Addo tactics. You see, Mamika Bibinchiro, the 88 parliamentary members, our more parliament, they all support Mahamudu Bawumia. Now, 88, there are some MPs who want to support Ken Agyapong. Because someone say, Abani Drua, 88, Emuache. Now, what they are trying to do is say, they are trying to even suppress, even in parliament, Mahamudu Bawumia and MPP executives, they are trying to do what? Strategically suppress the 88 binomo support Kennedy. On say and then as the Kennedy Musa, your group be more MPP more, or Kennedy call for. But the MPP executives, the MPP executives, what is going to happen is say Bawumia ebeye the flag bearer in January, what is going to happen is say MPs now almost as suspected say almost supporting a Ken Agyapong no. Sa MPs they will lose their seats. Yeah. Tie. Bawumia was list of MPs or more parliamentary almost supporting Kennedy or sa list no. Sa Bawumia be flag bearer in 2026 January. Sa MPs no more parliament now. They are against Bawumia's nomination almost supporting Kennedy no. Bawumia will make sure they lose their primaries. Hey, what you are seeing here is not a joke. Bawumia has taken over the party. Bawumia will rig. Anything say, oh, shall way. Now just say simpler. This is the same strategy Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo used. And now Refi, go back. The same coup, the same tactics, the same strategy to rig. He has hijacked the party. It is always a case Jeff Kabeka say we actually want to politics as it. Actually, the NPP we Jimmy may catch Ken Agyapong say Mahamudu Bawumia is using the Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo playbook. Simple. Now, young fan say, Sakwe friend Eeii, former MP of New Jabin. Your friend saying, Dr. Eeii, very smart guy. He knows a lot about the economy, right? Now, Akufo-Addo boy to say Ochibefi. Because Akwe friend Eeii supporting Alanti. You saw what they did to Eeii. On say Eeii, or very good in economics. Eeii now or chair the parliamentary finance committee because Eeii could support it. Support it. One cost support it. Nipa for what the Akufo-Addo administration did was that Eeii could support Alano. They made sure say Ochibefi to Eeii. That is why a stronghold like Eeii sakoko. Because he had expressed say he support Alan Kudo. So what they did was that strategically, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2024 they made sure say Eeii lost his seat. And normally Ochibefi be share because Ochibefi was supporting the Akufo-Addo. And this is, you see, Eeii na pamo nana nanka onanka or say oye minister, finance minister no. The strategy was that, you see, say anka Akufo-Addo a president as a pathway they wanted to do the right thing. Sir Eeii was supposed to be the finance minister. But because Eeii had other ideas, because Eeii can say he thinks Alan is the right person to lead the NPP, Eeii show interest of supporting Alan, they made sure say Eeii lost his primaries. This is what is going to happen. Bawumia we need primaries now as a presidential candidate. Any MP in parliament who shows any interest in supporting Kennedy before or after, Mahamudu Bawumia will make sure you that MP you don't come back to parliament. That's all. Enti adina ye kan ye de sesere no Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ni playbook no saa ni book na odi eye coup odi ya foko Ken Agyapong odi be taking over party na or forcing on the party no is the same playbook na Bawumia play. And anything I must say they are going to elect the presidential candidate before the executives because so ultimately eyi ne ho say primaries no me na me wini ya obi a wanya campaign ama ne bia entuni ni nyedwuma obi a wan supporting ni bia entuni ni nyedwuma MP bia na own supporting ni bia entuni ni nyedwuma. He wants people he can work with, so he will come to the constituency obetu. The same executives will lobby, they will do their job for him. The people, the executives now, they will come after you and they will get rid of you. Even in parliament, there was seats bear 22, but will be a plot at war. And he knows all those people are not for him. Those are people who are showing interest in supporting Kennedy. This is a typical MPP coup. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo playbook, blueprint na makacha ono. Don't underestimate Bawumia. Makacha Ken Agyapong, obeye dede, obetietiem, ne nkofo no betwa yantoa, ombeye bibia, omobene, omobehuri. They will lose the elections. Mahamudu Bawumia win election no first round. We win it. This thing na mujitu munde no. Ade we na executive ko share na mujitu no. Bawumia win elections no. Bawumia is targeting 2032. Bawumia, 2028 don't win elections no. Whether Bahama or no Mahama, Bawumia knows he cannot win the elections in 2028. He knows. He has told his people. They have sat down. They have done the analysis. They know Bawumia cannot get over 2 million votes to beat whoever contests for the NDC. I don't know who contests for the NDC. But Bawumia knows he will not win. Bawumia's target is 2032. And he's setting up executives to push him across 2028. And anything I make a chance say, that is the beginning of the coup. I am a messenger without a Bible, a Quran. From January, and I'm a catcher will say, Bawumia will rig the NPP primaries. First one, not two. For the first time in the history of the NPP. The first time in the history of the NPP, ye presidential primaries and some the executives. It's a trap. They know what they are doing. Mahamudu Bawumia, his camp will take every single seat. Omo pay. Inti mameka bibin chiro. Oh, MP of Impraeso, I friend David Ansa Opoku. David Ansa Opoku, Impraeso MP. Bawumia will take that seat from him. Okay, 22 list no. Every day, Mama Mobako. Me say, oh, MP friend Patrick Yabuama, you should be careful. Bawumia will take that seat from him. Mama two. Me mama first one, me say, David Ansa Opoku, Impraeso MP no, Bawumia will take the seat. MP ne friend Yabuama, sa MP ne friend Patrick Yabuama, Bawumia will take the seat. Meaning 22 MPs, Bawumia will take all the seats from them. Because he knows where they belong. And into Omako Tanasa say, primaries for presidential first. So we need JFK will go through. Chairman to will win. Then they will make sure Obia or your enemy be out to me Bawumia Nyejuma. They will make sure they take you out. No executive, no MP. Now Bawumia will sail. 2028 he will lose, no problem. They will come back again. They will use the same format. He will enter 2032. Don't forget, Ken Agyapong election. It has been decided in the NPP. And I'll be opening things up for you to see. Kennedy. Minimum won't mean BTO elections. Who face whoever contests for the NDC, unya more than 20%. Mahmoud Bawumia is not going to cross 24%. He knows. He's playing the Kufuado card. That is their conclusion. That is Mahmoud Bawumia's first coup. I see time I won no, never remember won no. No. Akora nka o se de to eye mattress so akwara ya won for Eric Opoku na making agric minister anka de to mattress so ya won no na ya de to mattress so na osu ya de to mattress ya de to ebroboto so ya de to na wada Eric Opoku we kuya because me more Eric Opoku story I be mo Ghana ho ya won nge ya de to eye mattress papa so abrochire mattress so na osu otubi su the whole night na ma mente ase sɛ ma me no mu yekuafo ɔmo koko bɔtɔ ɔma hye koko ma ɛne ebroma ɔmo de ne kɔ beebi a yɛhye koko na ɔmo de ne to koko bɔtɔ so a koko pɛ ne wada Eric Opoku ohia koko da ohia bro da Eric Opoku ɔde mattress yɛ dɛn ɛnde akɔ the bedroom a wahyehyɛ koko bɔtɔ ɛhɔ de ɔde ne nan gu Eric Opoku wo de wekua onim koko no onim akua adwuma no momfa tumi ne nhyɛ ne nsam na mo adwuma ɔbɛyɛ ama mo ɛnde mo hwɛ de akua yɛ ɛyɛ fɛ kora kɛkɛ ma me dwudwam Ontiasia kuku now asamfo fresi Eric Opoku Eric Opoku honorable Eric Opoku memfa ni agro Messiah o de ma Eric Opoku video ba ko pe na o kyerɛkyerɛ koko kuayom kyɛ sɛ utie na o de Messiah yenye no kyena Eric Opoku adene kra ahame because insana meka no Eric Opoku Messiah let me check in the system if I have anything on Eric Opoku so or koko hunsem Ghana kuasem hunsem a obon say abrante no oti kua hwe Messiah I don't have anything on the system kamere kire omo Eric Opoku tiedino Eric Opoku area omo fa no Elic na omo fa no Elic na de buofu ai Elic ensa akoro ka say elo no na area omo fa no Elic na de bufu e no tuba ankrai nti so oba ankrai fa no Eric Opoku ono nka say na fa no Eric Opoku. Well, queer. Now, Mami Kobenim, Messiah, it's fine. Tomorrow I'll look for Mr. Eric Opoku's statement. Now, story where a story be and also here pa agriculture man. ECG disconnects power supply to Ghana Broadcasting Corporation over non-payment of bills. And the MTS ECG could chat GBC for Kanium. I said when Kamenka and so meka GBC for paying no Mompamono. Metesen and Siana Masadana Koho. In fact, Sakwana, he is against free speech. That man now or lead GBC. Now, if GBC today say you chat GBC for Kanyema, why is the boss of GBC? Why is he still there? All African games. Yatia and yet say GBC boss on Ankasa, Ebeka say all African games omo diska GBC boss we Sakwa we. He is not somebody we are supposed to allow to lead GBC. This Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. So why are we still keeping the GBC boss there? Sa GBC boss way and leading to election 2024. Oko Jina program Asikachi Ghana for say he found a way to stop my TV from broadcasting in Ghana. Kwasia. Mokai. This is the same person. Oti GBC wo onye jumebia. And Otwana all say GBC no we guno and GBC deka. This is you got me Eric Opoku. GBC deka chichire ndie ema ECG akotwam. Omuti GBC no mo illegal connection. So why should we even allow this guy who is heading GBC to still head GBC? Abra you say out of his incompetence, GBC at the camera yabetwam. And the history of Ghana, you better GBC for Kanium. Now, kwa weni na moso or your boss, nin so far one saying, or your waste. Mekacham said, these are people, we do not allow them to be part of a government that is ready to work. Me see before election 2020, na ye nyina ye kind of say, Ekufuado abano say Ghana, omu kunipa, omu suppress freedom of speech. A whole GBC boss, GBC, a buying company, a buying diao, a menewo dia. This fool feels he's so entitled. Because I'm paying you with Mike. Eko jina ni pay nim. Sa time na halitosis. Samson na yene nenum kankan se otwease. No no so ti wobi. Emma kwa Mike catch Ghana for say, he wanted a way to stop me from broadcasting on Loud Silence TV. He even called NPP for communications minister say, how can they stop me from telling Ghanaians the truth? Kwasiato. The GBC boss, the 2019 was saying, this is what he was saying in public. This is the guy who heads Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. This is the guy who wants the news to go out there. It's not his job to stop anybody from broadcasting. There are agencies and institutions, sir. Your mandate say they should check the system whether somebody is supposed to be allowed to broadcast. The broadcast now already and what it meets the standard of Ghana. And then the Juma no, the Juma is to manage GBC. Because you are paying, in front of everybody, ridiculing himself. What does he represent? And the GBC the cat, you better GBC Kanium. Why is he still at post? Why is this fool still at post? Why is he still there? Why is he sitting there? A journal with the man or the car fee. So why is he still there? The workers at GBC should be demonstrating to kick this guy out. Why is he still there? So a whole press conference, nationwide press conference, not yet discussing Kevin Taylor. Why? Because Kevin Taylor is doing scandal. Kwasiato enyame nanka mebeye PDS scandal anka boa anka $500 million ka unkwasi NPP no komudie. There's way I have saved this nation. Dear my ye save or mine way. Say my nye juma nanka yampa meku for the NPP anka kwasiato anka democracy na utimwende also we GBC boss nanka endenka ni ho. You are the fools I always talk about. You are not intelligent. You called somebody to ask why is Kevin Taylor TV in Ghana or dying. Now GBC in Odia. Ghana airspace does it belong to you? GBC now no Odia Krasini. And you people sit in Ghana and you see they will hide behind we have gone to school. We don't insult. Yet they're humble. 10 years with Jimmy. TV na me no me dey educate sremfo Senebea they will demand for accountability. Na sebi okwasi paying kan na wotena uko UGMC no. MPP ni kombe tuma kwesi UGMC bi wa e wo sirem odwan okwa the chrome na nsompo ni wo. Wabetena kran na adwene so ye nkran ni. Tenia boa. Wabetena nkran. We are educating Ghanaians. We are educating the people in the north for them to know, say, that opportunity in one kind, no, they also deserve the same opportunity in the north, where you are from. But you don't want the information to go there. You don't want the truth to go there. You want the foolish MPP to take rice, Maggie Cube, shelter to the north for people to vote for them. At the end of the day, they still live in their poverty or dying. Most ankwasi afo mama ya ho kwan ne aboy adwene a kire mo musi emu ade intina o end game ni saying oh your course o text na o course na o ye say they should shut me down. And what do you get after they shut me down? What will you get? Mwe Jimmy mumubi, you don't even deserve to be in that office. And the GBC the cat ya betwa GBC kaniem. A foolish man like you you could not manage GBC. I am managing the whole TV station, paying $5,000 a month. Can you pay that? The taxpayer na muchiti omono ya jeje omusika na yasa de tua woka usku awko enyina I can pay you. Usku awko enyina no me sitting here I can pay you. We want to educate, we want to help, we want to open the minds of the people, we want to use the truth. Odo kwasi ati GBC say won tiasie. Wow, I'm calling somebody, I'm texting, how did he get abuana Ghana odia? Ghana airspace in odia. Do you own it? You are just an employee. You are working, we can sack you any day. And it should go out to you people. You feel so entitled. You feel say you own the country. And then NCA ni wo. Media Commission omni wo. Yati krom ha Ghana. Monkran kwasi ade e koso TV so Ghana. Wo Al Hassan was saying when nim say otwe the TV stations are spread of Ghana. Go and watch my TV. So any nudity on my TV, go and watch. My TV station is the only TV station you see nothing like nudity. Nothing. Since me establish a Loud Silence TV, Obiani Ghana bet my catch them say they have seen a naked person, nudity on my TV. Because I protect those things. I know there are young people who watch my TV. I know there are people in Ghana who spend time to watch my TV. Intimeno, I don't use my TV for that. So my TV is a TV akwara opinion obi to me share because I make sure every single show on that TV is screened. But it's GTV war, the Akamwani Home Alone, and a journey to the West. Content papa be any one kwasiafo, and I would want a ulidi in kwasiafo na woda da Ghana for. Ghana all African games, Sika Udi Krayanka Wansam. In Ghana today, go on multi TV, search for Loud Silence TV. Nobody will be able to match them say, well, any form of nudity on my TV, I'll shut it down. Or you say me TV and say beton drew. Or you say me discuss TV, we say, me the baby ye as of some, me the baby a comfort some, me the baby lotto numbers. Me dear TV where I'm spending money to educate Ghanaians. That is my job. My TV does not have any advertisement on it. I've been running this TV for years. No advertisement on my TV. You think it's easy? I can pay you till you die. Sometimes, no, you people should allow us. You don't understand the new age. You don't understand what is happening. You don't understand how we think now. Kwasia home alone ne journey to the west ne and kwasia dia mo yi no GBC no. Mo set up nyina mo bibia basa mu. E time cross over GBC. And you sit there, okotena, ubia TV now to GBC. I see a bone tontura. You don't think about getting better modern equipment. Ubia GT as a mwane guso. Quality basa. Share omo morning show. Table no mtete no. I say kurabaso no mote. Omo tete wa you say. Green screen is terrible. Every single shit is there is terrible. You don't look at these things and take care of it. You are chasing Kevin Taylor. Do you know the people who chase me? If you make me start to chase you, you will never rest. So if I decide to chase you, you will never rest. Oh, journey to the west now, shefu. Kwasia de na muyi, kwasia documentaries na Eagle, bako na mudinechia a 24 channel 4 and kwasia pirated movies ni ade na muyi. Muntumi yi any Ghanaian content bi aye papa. journey to the west chef for ne nkwasiade GBC time kura say obi be GBC. You know, you're not ashamed. You cannot sit and create better local content, papa. Because you have money show GBC, you have money show. I na kafu de kwa mobo. I want to ask something to Kurabaso. Miss Ade, why is the desk so low? Ade, what is it? Ade, mo nyam kura. I want to tell my say, Mr. Habibi. I did tan be on it. We're in national television. Is this what you call national television that you are managing? Because you have a morning show. Mr. S can cut a piece of their morning show at time. At a point, na GBC for anytime you have any material be a GBC. No omako copyright, no omako catch Facebook, no omako report you have Jimmy. Yeah, you share Kufuor tapes when Kufuor was president. Give us all the tapes of Kufuor. Yeah, perceive who dia Kufuor be yeah. Because everywhere Kufuor traveled, time I know your president, GBC, you were following Kufuor. Give us Kufuor's tapes. And then we have no history. Time I move GBC, every baby on TV3, what there, sir, a tapes na, and then we have no history. Somewhere GBC, Mongo Kufuor tapes him right. J.A. Kufuor president, Sana GBC ho. Baby okwe ye bia ko kan sem bia ko di atro, mudi nechi, tapes no way. We have no history. Into some people in Ghana today, they are bold and they can walk on the streets of Ghana because the records that we have to know and take care of them, or handle them, we don't have it. And Chebiama bought Ghana at 50. I have the CD of Ghana at 50, courtesy one of my friends in America. We have the CD of Ghana at 50. We are going to download it, move it from the CD. I will play Ghana at 50. Now, who dear Kufuor ye Ghana at 50. Ochina no chinechi to be ready. Me ba chiremu Ghana at 50 na mo amoteto ye papa Kufuor. Mo hwe sika Kufuor blow ye Ghana at 50 no. We have the CD. We will make sure we play it for you to see. Mo Gen Z for no. Ye kana ye papa Kufuor, NPP for akromfoɔ. Omunum se Kufuor records o machine nti. Eba pe ye papa Kufuor bo edwuma o. Ye papa Kufuor bo edwuma o. Nana Janto abetena radio so a. And edwuma ye papa Kufuor, me se mo busa Nana Janto so on chem papa Kufuor tape baako. Because what they do best is that they talk about history that does not exist. That is what the NPP, the omu ye no. Ubuso history exists pe obuso we di omatem. They only talk about things that does not exist. Omunim se Kufuor's record has been deleted from the system. So that is where they put their story. Oh, yeah, Papa Kufuor Juma, oh, yeah. Yeah, Kufuor. And so you can't atamu Juma, oh, and then the Ope JJ Rollins tapes, oh, Ope JJ Rollins, and then a JJ Rollins, Eddie president before Kufuor. Now you Kufuor tape, moi. Remember Ghana at 50 tape at Chiremo. Or Chirano Chirichi. Guys, get me the tape. I know you say you were working on it, boss. Get you the tape to me. Remember what Chiremo. Ghana at 50. The damage J.A. Kufuor mo ye ukrumha
is affecting other areas. So if we are to remove the levy, where are we going to find the money to give subsidies to the farmers? There will be nothing. And now
we vote. We vote. A good one didn't go for we only go for the number. Takwawi. Obi Entuma can ask them, obey a Greek minister. Odinkwasi some sa 8 years, Obi can ask them. Only go for the number. Akwa Mickey Mouse near to Chroma for 80 years. Only say, sir, 8 years. You love it. Because some say, yet now, Sanquest yet now was 8 years. No, the international trade differences and the e-levy and now. Yet you akwa be di agriculture and your side akwa be a roads minister wakwata.
Pay contractors. The cement seller or the cement dealer will make good sales.
Yet try deal with 8 years. We want to share Bawumia ni Kennedy chiu almost say ba. Na Bawumia ba we want to besa form. Na yet ya say NPP mbra power. Na ye jade ye nyina adan a we mu say yen sanya den yen to aba ma NPP la. Now you see the reality. Women and the got to say, oh my meeting, Yen Sanfa Bawumia and Kennedy Mbre and Abrani. Now Mumedi Ghana so Sanko for you. They are still the MPP. Mumuza Bawumia, did they pay them before they left power? No. And the aqua win in Ghana and it is a kuliku. Incoming president, dang you. Momo Bodamo. And incoming president, and thank you. Upon January in Ghana, in Kwasiasamni Azar, the psychological trauma. Young people today, and they are buying the policy back on the joining. You think it's a joke? Abrochira and Kamo and Kedema prison that long time. And the Ghana ni more full. Masa kwa political seat to be catched as a muni munyansa. 5 months per free power no. Ya namu na te Ghana muko baby a bako suye nyansa. Samira Bawumia di eshire abo de to. Ene na Ghana keka nkwasi asem. Adan ya an ye jiminti. Oni ni kunu omo tonka omo nsanka. Because obonya akamfo nkwasi afo bi so omo so. Inti an me kunu ye hard working. Pele. Mudi hiti bi a ye hiti a ye ba. Na Kennedy sunam touchline wate praga keka nkwasi asem. An Bawumia Jimmy. Wo ka kire se yemfa Bawumia. Yan to power, yan to abama Bawumia. En kwasi asem a ye hu no Ghana nde nyina anka ye to ma Bawumia anka san kwasi asem ka boda ho te so. Wada no hu akoshe kambu be ka kire se ai wunim nyansa che Bawumia. Na wunim nyansa che Bawumia na ka che Bawumia se yan ko to ma Bawumia no. Ah? Wunim nyansa che Bawumia wo Kennedy. Wunim nyansa che Bawumia e na wo party fo anto ama wo no. Bawumia na wo de ne ma ye no. Wo a wo ka kire se onya economist or ya trufo on kanokure no. Uni we nyina ye jimi nti wo hye kambu na onenam. And about Bawumia can kwasiasem and yet ha adan MPP for so we should accommodate a psychiatric political party. We should just accommodate you people if we say more mental problem. Enti de bia na yetemo ho na mo jimi mo ho na mo koba. Okay? You see this? And this war position. Omo kan bibi kire Ghana for omo mo ye ekuafo say aban ne ba se ano Abino needs to be strategic. Abino wants a lot of people to go into farming. Abino too cannot sit only in Accra and try and help every farmer in Ghana. So what the government Ekache in opposition John Mahama Bayamo say president to unveil farmer service center in August. Yes, see August Musumi Yabano. John Mahama NDC Abine omobe bie eye farmer service center no omestati atiano. Abino eye NDC Abine who say ekuayo no e wo se ye de ba fie ye de ba ekuafo ne na so e wo se ye de ba e de bebi a ye adwuma no sebio so bi ekuani a ye ndi na asem won kan obi ekuani a na efuom ene di na asem se obi ekoko ekuani a na asem ehia no no uba na efuom a ene obeka de ehia na kyerɛw efiri se ode no so betene koko dua no so na wa kyerɛw se wonhu akate na egu mi koko so no efiri se wenti na market egu so se ne aba hu no gani na owo mmoa bia wo de aboa no it the NDC government realize say they need to take what we call farming. They need to take what we call protecting farmers and protecting farming as an occupation no e was see de ba fie and it na NDC forecast say all be a friend of farmer service center beba and the farmer service center no John Mahama ni NDC for say imredu say omube bia no na ekuafo ni nyina ne de yesi inkro bebre so a ye ba bebie bia say wo yekuani na ebia uni equipment uni tractor o de pam wefu so oni ebia seedlings enuaba ubedua ebia udua tomatoes ebia udua de cashew ebia udua beans ebia udua nkruma ebia udua jene sebio odi sika ekoto sa anyomo no edin aban ni se odi sa anyomo ni nyina eba begu bebi baako ye de harvester beguo ye de excavator ye de tractor beguo ye de nsika ye de bibia munya mu hu ekuokuo nti ebia mu nyina mu wokentampo na mu dua jene na mu ye 30 na maka mu hu abom na maba se mu yekua anase enoboa anase from cooperative into moba mo se farmer service center ban your friend one stop shop or anase baby a okwa ubenya bibia now muduru a mo se ye na ekuafo no ye pe jene seedlings na ya mamu jene seedlings ni atro ni nyina cost 1000 Ghana ye pe harvester anase mo friend saying weedicide adie de bewugu eye enfuo so a enu so bewu ni amamo 30 bottles ni atro nti ebia mo amobae no moye ekuafo a moye ndobo a yefra mo ebia Kevin Taylor group of farmers na yedi mudin ato krata so mo beje eye nyoma we a ne atwere nyina ato ye wi ne calculate sen 50,000 Ghana mo nyina no tractor ne beba mo fuo so abetwa so mo nyina no mo benya seedlings ni bi mo nyina so mo benya saade nyina afra ban ho enti mo wi na mo twa mo nyoma ne wi a mo ndobo a mo do na mo twa na mo kade nyina sie ni na mo beton ama aban na aban so ayeden ato owi a eka na mo di aban na wate na odi musika ama mo na makodi aban ma mo nyoma mo makodua obo mama yefuo no owie pe na wato den wato eye nyoma no a mo betwa no efrim ho na wate eka na mo di na efrim owi a mo so di aka mo nkwoche ndi kwa se bosom ni sa sina mo start efu a no masaba mo kwa na makodi ase no enti bosom miensa esa na mo besa mo sa ye efu a na mo saba mo beba na aban twen mo na nyoma no guwo mo bagie a mo koye wie na mo twa na mo di abra aban na wato moto a na wate eka na modde no na aban na eden wasade musika amamo na makodi umpe we na umpe Bawumia we ne friends say wo kyekere man obia benya de ehun faso. And this is what we have been talking about. Governance is being made easy. Ebia ade we start here enye as fluid as you expect it to be, because these are new programs, these are new things that abino air started. Won't expect to say ebeko show, but you be who say a take seat a nyentini a jina nkakra in the next year 2 or 3 we won't say enchena Ghana be a farmer service center e boejuma. That is what we mean by helping the ordinary Ghanaian. Oh boa Ghana nino enti akọ wale a yenye kuafo na yamu dia watermelon a omo ba farmer service center omo nyina wefu omo ba as a group na omo beje nyoma na koyefu no so omo twa nyoma na omo ton ama aban na aban ate ka na omo di omo na odi sika na omo so omo nkoche ndi edie na wo pa biemu. This will create so much jobs. Enti Mahama in August obebia no ye be ne nkakra ye free ha district ha na ko district ha Eric the agric minister onu say ekwadwuma waye bi o hwe na onu oto atene kurase ache an Eric your friend saying did he say agric minister no no nga say o de to from na odudwa agric mo atu akwa no agric ache an mo friend saying Eric the oh I just like that guy so much. Oh Dimbi your friend Eric agric minister friend saying oh Dimbi utumi say o ka agric wonsem or ka ekuya wonsem odu so wakuya che wakuya ono utumi say ono no to dua kokko gusuma ni nyini no twa ansa na wako school akwa no to say erikopoku akwa ni magric ya time ono enye bukulonga agric o e practical agric nipa sa no ono wa agric no urban crime onim sane udua body a se body de nyini na do 2 months onim body do ebeba so oya sankofo no bia oya agric prophet onim koko otumi hwe koko dua o se koko dua wei oya santini otumi hwe koko so we koko burufo koko we dua waye binto onim sane tie erikopoku akwa nim agric into we mu no omo wa botre emakuafo omo bedi enim kakra ye na ebi ye din na ebi mu ye mre na otenetene no in the next year or 2 na agina agintini na afa Ghana baby obekobia no farmer service center wo ho sa na tie. You get what I mean? And obesa o chechire man a sa na chechire man enti agric minister say una otum say ono wa agric why they we kokuo ya gase obi kokuo a watene kurase pe eriko boku bekume eriko boku to ko no so o kire kokoo nsam mu o kire kuayo nsam mu otumi kasa 30 minutes no nka brofo ba ku bom akode kua ya gase obi kua otumi kuta buro no ohuso o say bro we dey dua be 1,000 pieces when your friends onime kua adwuma ayin ya gase hey abrante we kua papa na ye say wa ye kua no ma na didi ntirim otumi sa eburo no ohuso otumi hwa house we dey dua be 30,000 bags wa ye kua no ekua no woni mu ai otumi koko duaba otumi posa ni leaves na ohia o say we dey dua no bono onim koko mu otumi ono otumi nyina nyaado a onam nkran otumi nyaado a e o malata otam nyaado no aka otumi o say we dey ayi kintampo dey bi wo fra bare o say onim asase no we ye koko we kua koko mu koko kualization ekuasam. It is only possible the Ghana for koko anima ana ekuanima ye ndi agro practical agriculture na ye Or ya a Greek mu prophet, a Greek prophet no. Oh, no, yes, sir. Time na or a time na okodi jawo kaneshi. Odu pena mani nyina ba ne nchen. Eriko poku. Ono to do kaneshi. Baby on ton beans no, your white beans, your blue beans, or Twitter beans no, why you say no, I say we free Mali. Aquano, onim kuyankasa. Or to me na mua kaneshi market no, of right inside a number. Oh, Miss Moa, but how me dear mammy, or to be some more, no, I only say I know a truck or so, a bar number goodness or some way there statue whenever panibia I where there or to be so way have a rice. Onim cocoa onim kuyamu, a queer born home, we queer. Or to me da na you put your book. Someone man you throw book bi. Or to me da with TM go. Eriko boku. You see on a nightmare so nyina a queer for nightmare. Or to me da meant to kokoro, me for man came me just say a queer body trim and send before a year in Sasso. And how bad a year in Sasso some Ghana abedu. I think say one conversation we have to pay attention to. Me we say in Koto he was talking about John Dramani Mahama, the president, now pleading with the president to say we shouldn't have anything your friend a year land guards in Ghana. Say Emrani Yejuma, say security agencies no. Okay. Security agencies, I don't think we should have anything like land guards in Ghana. The issue with land guards, I think it's about time. Abiding in the share, yeah. We treated land guard a Juma not to say a Juma a danger to a Ghana. To me, I have not encountered land guards in any of my dealings. But lots and lots of Ghanaians are having problems with people encroaching, taking over their lands, people using guns to push them away from lands where they have bought and have documents too. And these are conversations that are very important. And so I will urge the government, the lands minister, these are very important things. They don't really care about the bigger picture, but they care about these small things that a government can do for the people. So I think people are supposed to be confident when it comes to owning properties. I'm talking about land or Ghana, and I will advise the government. In fact, I wouldn't advise. I will plead with the government to look into land guards issues. The national security, the Ghana Police Service, the military. I think we should have a special task force that deals with land dispute and land litigation, especially that focuses on land guards. Oko Gumwa Feta. Land guards be taking over Gumuafete. Today they walk on the streets of Gumuafete. These are very important things that I was in your mind. Into land guard issues, I will plead with the government. I will plead with the president. They need to give it a special focus. They need to pay attention to land guard issues. In fact, getting people to protect your land is not bad. You can contract registered legitimate security company to protect your land. It is your money. You want to protect it. It's when you contract a legitimate security agency. Imremuno say kwahwa nkratemu na yehwe dipa na etumi busa na ID na otumi prove. Those people you can, as a Ghanaian, as a private citizen, you can employ their services to protect your property. Your property could be your land. But when you don't have that, na se nipa ba mienu miensa enan bi efa emra no ehwe omunsem, and they decide to torment, frustrate, and at a certain point crampono kill, murder people because obi say asasuwe by force engine. That is where I have a problem with. So the government can also look into educating people to understand, say so per se obi bebo asaso ban. There are private security agencies who are registered to take care of your properties. Now, I also want the government to look at focusing on companies that will come forward to be registered legitimately, and that any person who registers their company as a company that protects land, those people will fall under an agency of the government. Those people can be monitored by the government. Whatever they use in protecting your land, it should be something that has been sanctioned by the government. Their activities on the land and off the land, how they were able to protect that land, there should be a law that backs people or some agencies or security agencies that will be registered to do that. Because the government, you see, land guard issue is like fighting galamsey. Galamsey, as you see, is very complex. The same as land guard issue. Now, land guard issue, I'm going to say, obi edi bone, but you don't really have a law that can say nipa we this bone no. Because now you can walk to a land and somebody will be standing there saying say asasu e mebusia for dia me na mehwe so. Now you cannot tell the person not to be the guard on that land. Now what happens is say asasino litigation wo ho ana manso da ho ana nipa bi etwe ho manso a then eni se ebusua bitumi fa na ebusua ni se begina so na protect asasino. You need a legitimate security agency to be protecting the land. And it's about time the government, the state started looking at private entities or the state merging with private security agencies, formalizing the protection of land in Ghana. And we know, say, this company called Kevin Taylor Land Protection Unit, so our company, where their main job is protecting lands. And what that means is, say, so be balanced or better say, Kevin Taylor Lands, whatever unit, almost signboard siwo, almost signpost wo, almost a post. Na say obi timu kutetua. The law gives them the right to protect that land. So anybody who comes on that land without the right documentation to prove, say, our superior power over the person who has been sanctioned by the law to protect the land, that person now becomes the intruder. It is a busuafo bi dwen say, omo wa asase bi na omo person protect here. Say aban shemra near agencies are almost legitimately they are noticed, they are recognized by the law. What is going to do when they say now and then the people be protect your assassin. You need to prove into a bush for the crowd assassin Emma Obisa or Meshasono and a company Meshasono. I will say a go through a process. So company now a security company. Ebia wafam rakwanso air protective assassin. They cannot just walk and be like Yabesha. So that security company too, they need to do a collaborative job with the state agency to know, say, Sasasi we are asimesi approach omo eco garden. It is legitimate asasi dia. It is a Kwamengo Eba company no ho. Na company we and a share sasa so omni abind the juma. All the documentations they can link up with the government and go check, verify before they will take that contractor. Sa a year company no, they will only go and protect a particular land when you, the person contracted them, you have been able to prove beyond reasonable doubt through government agencies. What may prove from the land, from the military, from the police, from the security agencies the government has put together before you can go there and say we protect this land. Because you cannot just go there. Anybody cannot just go out and say I have employed this person to protect my land, and that is what is basically breeding a land guard issue. Into land guards issue, no, a very delicate because I am forbid people sell lands and don't take even documents and don't give documents. Sorry, your nipa bebre wo kromu ha, ahemfo bebre wo krom ha, omo ton sa asman kofo, omo fa krata nka ho. Now sa okoto asase ni ama krata, sa security agency na ebebo sa wasase no ho ban no. So unkuta legitimate document a excess asase we odia. Sa security company no, so or try crash kwakwo ho ban a wa commit a crime. Now that is the only way we can weed out what we call a illegal land guard and illegal land guards. Let me put it that way, because in Ghana right now we don't have any legitimate land guard. Everyone obia your friend who land guard in Ghana today is going against the law, because in Mrabia ma obi hu kwan say onfa etuo sekan ko gina asase bi say on the protected assassin. So the word land guard itself is illegal. Nobody has any official documentation from government, from any institution backing them as land guards. Into say the word land guard, anybody involved in land guard, he is doing an illegal business. It is that the issue with land guards, let's not treat it lightly. A very complex, a very, very delicate issue. I am pleading with the government, the lands minister, to sit and draft a policy, draft a path to protect lands in Ghana. We cannot always say, oh, go to lands, go and apart from Lands Commission issuing documentations, we need to have another bridge that will, at the end of the day, give the land buyer that confidence, that security. So The only thing Rebecca say, wako land, ukuta krata, because we have seen people who have gone to land to take document on Bebano, documenting legitimately every land, and so that's how documenting is fake. So now we need to build another bridge that makes it difficult for somebody to take advantage of Obi property. And land guards in Ghana, to be very honest with you, they have caused a lot of harm. And to me, I believe, say, we don't have to be pulling guns and going after people and saying, oh, yeah, land guard, no. We need to use the law. We need to slowly apply the law. We need to slowly build laws that will protect the buyer, the owner, and also to ward off the people who call themselves land guards. Every land guard in Ghana is committing a crime. Let's be fair here. Let's be honest. And to say, and the Nipa Bebri, they go to Lands Commission, they take a leasing prospective license, they come to the field and they mine. But prospecting is different from mining. That is what makes the Galamsey fight very delicate, because there are so many people who are small-scale miners who are actively involved in illegal mining. But when you go to the site, you can see the practice is totally different from what has been stipulated in the constitution or in the law for them to follow. But he will tell you, I have a license. So it becomes so difficult for you, the lawmaker. It becomes difficult for you, the person who is trying to check them, to put them in their place. Because Obeka say, if I don't have the legitimate license, why would I be working here? But you can have a license. There's prospecting license, then there's mining license. Whether you are prospecting or mining, I need to see the difference. And the same applies to land guards. Because land guard issue is a very complex. As someone seminal, I him for be jim. Yo nipa bebra I say see Ghana no mo amuwo sika no mo na mutumi jinsa asifie hiafo nsem, and a law should be put together. There's a gap between emrano and yeni nipa no. Sa gap no, we need to build another law that protects omo to asase any omo to asase. We need that law in the middle. That is the only law that can get rid of land guards. And we need the government to sit. We need people who are expert in these kind of things to sit and draft a policy, draft a law. They need to involve private security agencies. They need to involve the Ghana Police Service, and they need to involve the Ghana military. They need to make sure all these agencies sit at the table and draft a policy, a law that will sit in the middle between the Lands Commission and also the buyers or the owners of the land. That law will bridge, because Sir Gabner, the Lands Commission, and the buyers and sellers, for the land guard for the share, dangerous. So it is important. Near Waha, any a tea go muafete, a year a branty be a treat to a bow so your DB Timutu. Do you remember? A year, Sir Abranti wing. I didn't want to delve into this, but sometimes calculation and technology, you know, a say a bekai sign your way, not as shipping here, a boy may to me. Protecting a kakrana akana any or mine. We were here when this man, who is a land guard, area shot a military man in the head, point blank, all because or protectia sase. For you know, this man, he does not even know the oil, because in the settings now, you know, ana baby or one, my land guard, and I say land guard is legitimate, and I'm not holding brief for this man. The crime he committed, he needs to, at the end of the day, face the law. The law needs to deal with him. So with me, I'm not here to protect this guy, but I'm here to let you understand something. The land guard word now, Ghana, illegal word, against the laws of the land. Nobody our Ghana also a land guard are legitimate. Obi or land guard biano or commit a crime. We should stop. We should try and get some things right. We should try and resituate the system in a way where it will favor the rich, the poor, the vulnerable, and everything. Because as I see everything, when you get people like these who are posing and taking pictures with IGPs, this is the former IGP Dampare, and this young man who shot somebody in the head, a military officer. The same person I'm showing the pictures is here. Or shooting military officer on the team. No, he's the same person who was posing with the former IGP. So one, he feels, say, nobody can do him anything. That is what I'm saying. Say there's a gap between the Lands Commission that gives the license or whatever documentation that makes a land legitimate and the people who are buying or selling. We need another law in the middle. We cannot make land guards, some of them, and let me state this on authority. As much as land guards, another land guard word now, you think of a land guard, illegal word, not all land guards are deadly or bad people. But you see, we cannot say because some land guards are doing or have not harmed anyone, we should not enact a law. No. Emra, the law is the law. We need a law that will protect, because we don't know when somebody will go off. We don't know when a good man will turn into a bad man. We don't know when somebody will turn a gun against a child, a woman, a breastfeeding mother, a husband. We don't know. That is why we are not supposed to even give ourselves any kind of excuse that, oh, land guards be a good part. There's nothing like that. Boni bi anywhere boni papa onyankopo ni boni bi boni. So if you are treating boni, we should have a law that will treat the boni as boni. Because I know there are some land guards who have never committed a crime. They are doing their job. They are protecting Nipa or contractor, but that does not make what they are doing legitimate. So we should have a law that will protect the buyer, the seller, we the citizens. And this, as I say one seminal, it is becoming something. I say government upon government. We are neglecting. We are neglecting, because at a point they need to chrome her and Ken Agyapong. Ken Agyapong kotena ayedien or kotena radio so ekachire say onim say some land guards are killing people. Onim say okogomwa fetewa. The way land guards have taken over the place. He even mentioned names. He knows names. He did not report it, and he did not even mention names. I put that picture on because on one ball boys now on one Kennedy board didn't the picture to I don't even know them. But this is how serious land guard issues it's here. Lawmakers sit on TV, they cannot even mention names. Kennedy Agyapong on body go to Gomwa Fete, they butcher Kennedy said in Sasa saying oh, lawmaker na can say asemo bape na the law firm afenyo marking law firm asem no oka. Kobucha Kennedy Agyapong na afenyo marking so omon Sasa saying ene wo Gomwa area wo de braba bedu Bujumbura campus den Kobucha Kennedy said in Sasa saying how did they secure those lands? This is what we talk about. The only time you hear politicians speak against something is when it is not going in their favor. And especially when the NPP government came to power, that is what they did. And the land guards issue, is something we need to treat very well. It's something we need to pay attention to. It is a galamsey. In fact, there are millions of Ghanaians, especially Titi no Mudi Matebono. Most of them, I'm telling you on authority. Ghana for now, Omutia Brochire, Mudimatem Mono, Sebio Quasia for now, Omu Fingo Brochino, Germany for any UK near America for no 90% of them, ya Jomunsa say from Munsemu Ghana. But end Omuti was Kevin Ka, San Quasia for Mudimatemono. Asasi di ja omo maamenom a yede ma omo no ende through land guard ya je from nsem bebre ntumi mafie bebre tete abrochire omo tumi mafie land guard fo bi age basa nkwase fo ya be kono to di matam adan amaka setia ne NPP na ofiri mu no enso kwase ampanyi ne NPP ne ba power no ade a edana koma so no NPP ne tumi protect ama no we ntumi nya NPP ni bi okasama NPP mane ntumi aka sama ehia no kwase ampanyi de ehia ne se ya sante for party na wokasetia. That is some of them their problem. Inti this is not a joke. En kwase afo bebre amasase age from some Germany say nwan and Kevin Taylor na mete ha and make omo hia asem kire omo e bia di 60 omo da ho ti abroche ye adwuma say moa omo suro so omo be fie because asase na eye omo dia na yage ahye omo ho yare ukọ omo dem bon se nkura ebi a say nkraman sisire omo say moa omo ti abrochire wo say nwan omo je say omo bebre wa abrochire a na broni be hu omo bu omo into my say police dogs no go no wo say nwan. And that is the reality I am telling you. Let's be focused. Let's look at the reality. Let's look at the issues. land guard issue, no, I'm appealing to the president. We need a policy. The people need protection. Ghana for here protection. Ahemfuni bi so edi adwiri. Bisi Ken Agyapong asema okay, kogo mu afete Freddie Blay Ken Agyapong afe nyoma akin. Omo no dominating sase oho nyina. Ye ntie na yete sa afe nyoma akin. Waje Winneba for asase 99 years. Ahemfu ntikro nim. Abrantie be na wo Winneba obeka se yemfa asase man 5 years fa ndo eburu a ohene betamama no. Enso afe nyoma akin kwase ampanyi akakawura ye de tinwin. Because of politics. Waje Winneba for asase 99 years. Emma Mbrante gu Winneba asase so ye I afe nyoma akin leader ye Jimmy. But me afe nyoma akin ntumi njema asase. Me afe nyoma akin ntumi njema asase. But obetuma je wo asase. And these are the realities. These are the facts. Ghana for no mo Jimmy dodo no omugu abrochire. Dodo no mo Jimmy no omugu Germany. Dodo na mo no bon pa no ejimi for no omugu UK. Omo so na sebio ye gye omo nsase wo fie and omo tie atwen Kevin ka onka we di onka odwan pete menka o MPP betena so 8 years kofo aban betena so omo ntumi protect wasase amawo. So this is a conversation one day. I will see a beautiful phone lines na ye ideas free Ghana for her. Maybe I will suggest the government puts together Emra, it will fit between the Land Commission and the buyers and sellers. Emra, Sebio, abandoning private security agencies because I was seeing yes private security agencies are registered in Ghana. They protect land. Emra and Amomo Hokwain. Into sa private security no. Say you're posting this uncle with the banco protect your sasia. Or quite we see the post, not that the billboard is sewer, near money too. Anybody who encroaches that private security has the right to shoot them. That is how it's supposed to be done. When they see their life is under threat, they have every right to shoot back. The government, the military, the police, they need to back those private securities. And that is the only way we can take out what we call a land guard. With all due respect, many land guards, no problem. Even the land guards themselves, if they know the job they are doing is legitimate, they can also join. They can legitimately join private security agencies, which are abanim. Say BBC you bet my family because right now obi kosher land guard at sia odi bonia yentumi twena so. And abra omaya etima yentumi twi obi aso obi atumi ye de ope. That is why we need the law. We need to build another law that falls between the Lands Commission and the buyer and the seller and the owner of the land. That law will protect Ghana for. Now, it's very important. Boy, we or your your friend Williams and Nefi Sapon. Team, stay with me. I beg you, I have 2 eyes today. When you said there be 3 eyes on the show, some catch team said me with 2 eyes, I didn't know what I mean. We are going to launch a platform. One of my team members, they are telling me we are going to launch a platform that is going to put together ideas to help Ghana when it comes to land issues. This platform, I have a team that is just talking to me right now that they can build a platform, and that platform will be an interactive platform. We will be taking ideas, soliciting for ideas, we'll be sharing ideas, and we'll be putting it together as a whole document to present to the government to look at land guard issues, land dispute issues, how you can be protected, how I can be protected, how the vulnerable in Ghana can be protected. So a team is putting together a platform where we can all share our ideas and how we can find solutions to this land problems in Ghana. So right now, I've given the team the green lights. I just got a message from them. One, there are 3 people who are going to take this upon themselves. They are building the platform. When it is ready, I will launch it on this platform. People will put their stories there. People will come there and share their ideas. More ideas about how we can solve this land dispute issues, land guard issues. They will all come on the platform and also do what? And also put their ideas there for us to put together as a legitimate document and present to the government, because we want something to be done about a land guard issue. Very, very important. So, team, I'm going to give you guys a maximum of how long can you put this together. if you can give me some timelines, I'll let the people know so that we can launch it when it is ready for people to go and also share their opinion, share their ideas, whatever materials or resource they want to put in there, we can all put together. So team, give me an idea when this can be possible so that I'll let the people know when this can be put together and when it will be launched. So I'm waiting for them to just give me an idea because they have an estimated time. They can basically give me a rough idea of when this can be put together. All right, can you give me timelines, team? Can you give me timelines? This person is not a Ghost team member. This is one your people that we consult. This is a consultant. On different things, and these are the things he specializes. So they are saying 7 days the platform will be ready. So 7 days. The next ended Tuesday. Next week Tuesday I'll be here, team. We have to launch this platform for people to go there and share their ideas, more experience, more expertise in the field of land litigation. Person contributed to build this a year docket, or whatever you want to call it, We will direct everybody there. So they said we should give them 7 days. The platform will be ready. So next week Tuesday, I should be back to put the platform out, launch it for people to go there and access it. That's how we are going to do things from now. Thank you very much, team. I really appreciate this. Now, Williams and Nefi Sapon Oyewi. By the way, Oya Kromfo, you are not supposed to underestimate the crown wa wabo. Senka nyaya ni eti simu. Enya na yebejina ye naso ede no kre ede protected John Mahama. Anka first 1 month of John Mahama anka na ba ni begu because of this boy. Boy, we are friend Williams and Nefi Sapon Oyewi. Or your fraudster, or friend of Dr. Wask or Boa, a your chronona or bonko for internet so nobody Metesen or say or court, the court na kosi saying I had some time. So I'll say or court or the make court for defamation. The court and me person musa akosi saying, boy way or ye ne papa and so air crom for papa way and the menoka say when you stroke. Papa way or the dem. Okobo apostolic asori chrono and na odi boy we fraud sika eko bie bibi o say friend Bible school oboa and the other dem oye kromfo otamfo na offer friend kromfo say omonko pa che o ma ne ba no onim se de ba we yewi chrono sika na de ba no edit to nsuo ma ne nom eniti na ontumi nka no kre. This man ne papa this boy ne papa and the gina ho no ono so eyewi Williams and Nefi Sapon ne papa nie ne ma mesu nie ne ma mesu ye kromfo ba tetwi amoa boatema ne ma mesu nie ne ma mesu ye kromfo ne ma mesu ye wi. They are into this together. They are in this together. That is what they do. They dupe people. They make money out of people. They pretend as if somebody are sorry for. They use a sorry to cover up their crimes. The booty, they share it behind the scenes. So this guy, Williams and Nefi Sapon, ne ma menie ne ma mesu ye kromfo. Na boy way one eye nana to pack. One nana to pack. Ayana mumusa nana to pack say. Nana kotiketwa bonfa kotiketwa mamingi dwom. Mumusa bonfa kotiketwa okote se mmiri. Okote se dabo dabo. Mumusa kotiketwa say ade na akura we na asem onka biem. Bonfa kotiketwa Oni akura we criminal case omeko court me mamu till next week yebe from case we oni bomfa kotikitwa nana to park nana aka Shako bomfa kotikitwa oye kromfo nka no kure oka kire mo so no jandam ye de wo no ubusan sane papa din credit say ontumi nka kire bomfa kotikitwa e jandam na brabo ne jandam ne papa si so ne papa wuti sa aboa e da tema ye tam ne twe na se ede ne ko ne papa kurom omun si dan edan omutim ayese fon no asia intimon kan kire eye nana to park nana Shako bomfa koteketwa me se wo kote se dabo dabo mon kan kire ne se ye ne ne wie ye na mo ana bomfa koteketwa kasa bebre na mbusa ne se aya na ose wakwa abruchiri da o metna TVs no kan kire mo se hwan ne boa ne mane kwa abruchiri hwan krata ena odi ko US embassy kwaji visa kwa abruchiri mun kobusa no nipa fonsa no ungrateful disease say It's way on the bomb for ticket to Omeko jail. It is very, very important. Now, me ready to be ready and I'm moving my body. Technology. Thank you very much, team. I just saw it. All right. Now, this is Mahamudu Bawumia. Now, Mahamudu Bawumia, and so ye kaimo a ye Bawumia nyoma bi a waye we ye time na owo position na all your lectures na Bawumia ejina TV so na Ghana ye tie Bawumia ekeka nsem technology akwa we magana for dwen say saa time na upper president edi no na ye nyina ye Jimmy onu kwa nim nyansa enti oye symposium ena na mamponhene na demri fadue na mamponhene di ne ho adanse wa asase so time na ote ase mamponhene se ohu nipa oye Bawumia onim economics chen obi a wo Ghana mamponhene gi akonwa tenemu na odi adanse nana bibia wo bia nyame mbo ho ban na ohwe table no so a Mahamudu Bawumia we 2009 to 2016 na oka dollar no send your dollar no into check here 2016 May na oye sa eye ade we no na dollar no was 3.9 2016 May time na NDC free power no na dollar no was 3.4 it was last button no baby actual Ghana cedis and US dollar no na dollar no was 3.9 that was the dollar rate 2016 May na kwa we gina Ghana catch say gina ye Jimmy John Mahama we Jimmy NDC for Jimmy obi anim nyansa ono na ye West kid no ono na nim economics time na odi nkwasi asem we no na Ken Agyapong te stance ni mu boni nsem ye de be me ba that time na Bawumia di nkwasi asem we na Kennedy enso ye campaign mumia fa Bawumia mra Ken Agyapong na Brian Champon na ono so nam we na nim nyansa mumma yemfa Bawumia mra na Ekufuado de we Jimmy ye pe obi a onim sikatoto ho nsam Ekufuado de onum wi Ekufuado de oyazaa Ekufuado de okwabroche konum wi ne pamo no onim nyansa na presidency na ato no na ye pe obi a onim nyansa obetumi de school na wakono abeye Ghana sikasem yie. So they were rallying behind Bawumia, not Ekufuado, in 2016. So in 2016, Ken Agyapong ya na onam fosu onam around the nation. On SCS or topic up ma buebia we na or topic up che adeya ya the West kid naba. So they financed this guy. Brian Champon, that time or say also or dey why contract Jessica, they were pushing money because yeni hu obia wosia economics da. Obia otumi hwe eye table so now what say the future of a nation. Otumi will just otumi the table keke and decided the future of a nation. Make a channel 2016 nipa na or sponsor a campaign no a sponsor Bawumia trip back and forth no na a day na a Ken Agyapong na a sponsor say fa Bawumia be the president na ono Kennedy wan co school papa bia onim economics ono de oyebuga politician and they say ye the West kid aba into wo sha say on 38.7 Sana onim say 2024 38.7 na technology a ebe yi ama no time na okasa May 2016 no na dollar near 3.9 na the ref is 2024 or contested for primary sir a presidential election obenya 38.7 and a 2 year 2024 election the ubisa no eno ana onsaka it Bawumia no or decided the destiny in 2016. It Bawumia decided the fate, the political fate in 2016. On Wangasama Ghana 40, so Obenya 38.7. And then they did the chia, didn't appear 2024. Or say, Ken Agyapong mokoye campaign ma Bawumia, Brian Champon mokoye campaign, Mamika be binchiramu. In 2024 elections, no. 2020, no, almost 30 year campaign ma Bawumia. Even in 2024, nipa dodua omubedi Bawumia chi ewo NPP mu amkotoma Bawumia na Ken Agyapong ntira in summer or can you say and yenya yaba together to see about Bawumia the yenim see the Ghana shen sa. Upon the things Ken Agyapong said about Bawumia nyina no owie no sa be catch the Ghana for say the Ghana she Bawumia sa e safe. Mr. S, get me technology. Kennedy sa catch there upon the catch nyina no Ken Agyapong we are and or say on the Bawumia contest because odim sa Bawumia bon yesi a wo sa Bawumia jimi inti yesi a the sa Bawumia ni economics dia and the mianka sa meba na nipa na mede ne mam no oyefon no me na ma bon che Bawumia no ntoma me inti you see where we are today. Kennedy kofa kankan de breye and a kankan de ne blast gu yensem and there was so abase ono ahohoro ne to inti emfa kankan de ne to nchen ne emfa no abra wo Kennedy woni kankan de ne kodi kankan no it is even the reason tia Bawumia enya 38 no Kennedy Agyapong sako Bawumia na go so nya 24%. And Kennedy Agyapong we asa we catch say oh we were born but we Jimmy kakra onim bibia but mo for Ghana nhyɛ nsa intinke ye mistake and yes atam Ghana side share NPP nsa anka Kennedy Agyapong we anka ono na dey to the biggest mess 2024 sanke tam Ghana de share Bawumia nsa anka Kennedy Agyapong nsem obeka later it when na see Kennedy nim nyansa chen Bawumia economic waste kid men kotia I Samira Besie mikunu de oy hard working. Your husband is hard working when it comes to lying. You don't even know the length of the manhood of your husband. You are telling us your husband is hard working. The man has been lying to you from day one. The length of his manhood. Ne bema sen ase ontumi nka ne tintin kire wo. Utina oka say yemfa gidie nhye Bawumia mu. Why? We will come to that matter. Yebedwedwam. Now, Mr. P, Mr. S, thank you very much. Kennedy Agyapong, Esa Bejina Ghana for him upon the catcher in a week. I say, Yam for Ghana and Bawumia nsa. And then Kwasiafum, you know, catcher say, I, Bakwe Jimmy, where Jimmy, where's away Jimmy, Yantam Ghana, Mawine. This is Kennedy catcher say Bawumia is a liar. He's not an economist. Or a crown for, or Yanni Pebi over to me Ghana. Sika Samejina ye. Kennedy we no sabe campaign ma Bawumia say, Yan for 2 minima, Nipana or so a crown for. Nipa na ono on to me enhwa Ghana economy ni so enti Kennedy ni Bawumia hwan na ejimi yanko enim ende medwudwa nsem bi mu akyerew Bawumia aye coup bi nde na saa coup no maka kire Kennedy Agyapong on the followers it does not matter the screaming the law is the law. Bawumia he will cheat and become the flag bearer of the NPP. And it's not just Bawumia cheating, the establishment, including Kennedy. Bawumia will be the flag bearer of the NPP. Kennedy better me kunipe wo wiase nyina oboa. Bawumia will still be the flag bearer of the NPP because the stealing mechanism has been put in place. Today they unveiled the first part of the rigging mechanism. And they benya botre na ma kiremo how Bawumia and NPP for almost decided the fate of NPP ewie party ne gu na mumu bi no mo Jimmy kakra nti yetumufo amonte mama party adokromo your conscience mo adwene na mo de dwene no sebio mo adwene no mo di enti yetumufo amodwen se time. Now I want to tell the president something. There's a story it's really touching my kuma, and I am humbly, respectfully talking to Mr. President, the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama. Kafu Day of GBC went to interview Ejako Onimo, his contribution to Ghana music. And when you hear men, Obiti say Ejako Onimo, Mr. Ejako Onimo, Wafa Ejako Onimo, Nana Ejako Onimo, open his mouth to say, I want to meet President Mahama and thank him personally. It is a big one. Whoever is around the president, immediately, Mr. Ejako Onimo should be picked up respectfully. An entourage should go to his house and bring him to the Flagstaff house. So the president should with all the respect, go and visit Ejako Onimo. These are rare moment in our life as a nation. We all cannot meet Agyapong anymore, but when the president takes that lead, at least we as a nation, we have recognized his hard work in at least sustaining indigenous Ghanaian music. It's Mr. President, if you are listening to me, this is a passionate appeal from myself, from people who watch me. If you have time, please go and pay this man a visit. 10, 20, 30, an hour visit will be one of the greatest things. Sebio, people who put their lives on the line to commit everything to hold the flag of this country very high around the world, they will also feel that they have done their bit. Patriotism has come home. So, Mr. President, Agyapong Animo say he will be happy to meet you in person. And thank you for even referring to him in your speech. He just wants that. And I will plead with the president, whatever you are doing this week or next week, yenim ada sebio eye Agyapong Animo oye penyini ahaban dada te na ahaban mono te. Ebe fe se sebio openyini so nyankopon kra na ayo so obeto ne nsa na within 94 years or the enigye sebio elebeja Ghana ho. We need spirits like these to back us, to always protect us. So, Mr. President, I am begging you, if you have time, in fact, you need to make time. People close to the President of the Republic. And Mr. President, I know this is the biggest platform on the planet and in Ghana. This is a platform you respect. This is a platform you know is doing a lot for Ghana. This is a platform that is telling the people the truth. Mr. President, I know you are listening. Agyapong Animo, we as a people, we all cannot go and visit him. What we need from you to be our head, go and visit him. If you can even bring him to the Flagstaff House, I know he will appreciate. If you can have a special ceremony to usher him into the Flagstaff House, give him a special seat to sit on. Let the world know. Let him also believe in what he has done. Mr. President, give Wafa Agyapong Animo a special seat at the presidency for him to know that we appreciate what he has done over the years. He's 94 years. Not everybody gets to 94 years. And when an old man like this who has gone through the mill, who has recognition around the world, when it comes to indigenous African music and Ghanaian music, you cannot mention two names without mentioning Agyapong Animo's name. And if this man is pleading, is very thankful of you just mentioning his name, then he deserves coming to the Flagstaff House to be recognized. Make me kwasi ampenyi we kura to be by Flagstaff House. Mr. President, he is 90 years. That's what I heard. Team has verified. 90 years. It's very important. And I'm talking to advisors to the president, the chief of staff, the secretary, the communications boss, Bawa, the legal boss, whoever matters at the Flagstaff House. The president should make provision to meet Agyapong Animo. We are pleading. We are not supposed to plead. We are just, let's pleading with the president. We don't want to say plead because then it begins to look like the president does not even recognize Agyapong Animo. The president has referred to Agyapong Animo on countless occasions. It means the man is dear to the president and dear to Ghanaians. So, Mr. President, out of respect, with all due respect, Agyapong Animo needs to come to the Flagstaff House. Say Agyapong Animo to Mimba Flagstaff House, and Mr. President, let us walk to him. Let us show appreciation. Let us show respect. Let this man understand and say, Ejuma Awaye, what he's leaving behind is something that we appreciate and cherish. And Mr. President, please, let us see you meet Agyapong Animo. A very, very important. We are requesting. Let me say this is a request. This, we are not pleading. We are requesting. Thank you very much, Mr. President. All right, now, okay. And a year Fitch. What a Fitch? And a fish. I Nicaragua for yes, a fish for be a kabibi. You're from Fitch by Tina Silent. You're Fitch. Fitch for a organization, and I say you makobia a basic assemble to ye. So am I air to Tom Sikasem ya and Koya omutumi e de nkra tato ho ahwehwem ehu se sikasam e koye na se nkoye se e koye so a omutumi de nkra tato ho se musikasam koye sa Fitch for we omo na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia time na owo opposition no de bia na o use omo e de ka John Mahama asem o si oh Fitch for say dollar no e wo 3.8 inti Mahama also born ho modern na o de dollar ne ba form sa time no na Fitch for we no omo ye ade ya friend no assessment omo tena se no mo bu nkonta na ye bibia omo se oh anka John Mahama ban no dollar na wo 3.8 no anka de ba 3.1 crank ye sa time na dollar na wo 3.1 3.9 Mahmoud Bawumia ye symposium press conference wo Ghana hanyina e ka kire Ghana for say Fitch for aka de na say John Mahama ban no bibi o ha omo ya enyeye o say John Mahama ban no $80 no so 2016 from 3.8 ekodu de 1 Mahmoud Bawumia ne ka sa asem ne kire. Now, and they are sorry, after 8 years, Mahmoud Bawumia Bekache say our economic management team. After economic management team now, or see, now went to man fan solve Ghana sika some problem no. Or sabeti FX committee. FX committee no. Na omojuma say I was set dollar na air cost from 3.8, 10, 11, 12 no. FX committee no. Na Franklin Kujo kahun. Omuntina se no monwene. Omo na munam Ghana ha omunim nyansa fa eyesika samo toto ye ho Bawumia na sa chair sa FX committee no sa FX committee ni ba ye under Bawumia no dollar no sa ginsem into remember two things and Bawumia introduce here FX committee and economic management team these two things are and I say group and a committee Bawumia a chair as the leader they failed to stop the dollar from hitting the roofs. So, yet now Kronima Madola ni free 3.8 from 2017 January. Time na Mahmoud Bawumia ni Ekufuado a free power. Time na Mahmoud Bawumia any Ken Agyapong a free power. Time na Bawumia any Brand Champion or minister a free power no. Na dollar no was 17. The dollar was at 17. Before Bawumia any NPP a free power, John Mahama Kachiro say there are some things you need to do. And now, when you do those things, you will see, say, Ghana economy no age na so. The crossroads. John Mahama Emma pointers or the nyoma gua kwemo say mundi sa nyoma weso. Sa mundi sa nyoma weso endu busuma miensa. Yesika sama na atete apansam na ebegina ne na so. And anything andra me bo John Mahama the crossroads video ni chire ono because oma pointers. Sa time no na ato forcing. Ono na the leader of the NDC in parliament. Ono so make key statement. Time omo ye the crossroads no. Echire say abaya Bawumia Ekufuado Ken Agyapong mo edi enim no. Se omo tumi toto nyoma bi a within a month no ye behu say ye sika samon toto ye no abafom. Omo sa wone ye. Omo ka say ya anye sa nyoma na ye nhwe ye a ye beko IMF. Ye menya bibia for the DDEP, Domestic Debt Exchange Program. NDC for a continuously a press conference and event to just give the government led by Bawumia, Ken Agyapong, Brand Champion free advice to follow. See what happened was that NPP for turned around to insult John Mahama and NDC. But you see, the solution to our problem, the solution to our economy that was dying, the economy that was going down the drain, the solution was simple. The opposition then NDC, they actually gave it to the MPP, say, follow this. When you follow this, there will not be any DDEP and you will not end up in the IMF program. These things that the NDC and the MPP say, Omundis, a hand tiny Jiminti, Omwanye, and 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and your call DDEP, haircut. You free one, you ura you call IMF, you wanna haircut no so buy. You could see, say, ideas na NDC, edema omo. Sa solutions to the problem now. NDC are buying a press conference. Edema MPP abaya na Bawumia Ken Agyapong and Eeii NPP they decided or they refused to take that idea. So because some of the statements during the DDEP are NDC and Ebini Mamenchro. The reason why I'm here Saturday when say your team yesterday when say we want Ghanaians to know say a dance here or where say MPP or minor or mubuye no more Jimmy. It is under BB sa na BB jinane na so a enye se eno na ye yo nipa bi e no mo dwene ya amanyoma esesa. Send fitch for reti Ghana e de abedru bi a enye NPP o decision na NDC for take ye. The decision they took immediately, they took over power because Senka MPP for tie sa solutions are NDC the moment in 2024 and sa ratings way it would have happened before election 2024. It would John Dramani Mahama NDC for they actually warned the MPP. They actually told them do this, and if you are ready to do this and that, Ghana Ankasa as a nation, baby ya war under Ekufuado Bawumia, things will change for the better. John Mahama and the NDC in opposition in 2024, they even advised the NPP. The NPP do things right. They gave points, and they did not even cover the points up. They were clear-cut points that when you follow these things, our economy will bounce back. The economy that is in junk status, it will move to a status that will be appreciated around the world, and businesses will be confident to do business with Ghana. And these people, Bawumia, Ken Agyapong, Eeii NPP, them sat in government. Some of them sat in parliament. They insulted the NDC. They did not implement them. They never implemented any of them. They ignored it. And then the country started running into a ditch. DDEP, na pension for wu, na teacher for wu, na police for wu, na after ye bedruha, na after ye see energy crisis, na bedruha, everything just went left. We didn't know what to do. The only thing they could do was to lie to us. Say John Mahama about power or better free SHS. That time that dollar was 17. These are the realities. When the MPP for when you try to let them understand, say politics, the dynamics, a change. And you koka, me away ni, me free her, or any way, any other teacher mine. Ghana for no answer. Until you need to let them understand you respect their intelligence. And we bring you back. Then we start to build for you to understand where we are headed. Because me to me, as I say, I have Fitch ratings where and the ABBA, the finance minister, the NDC government has done a lot of work to deserve this credit. You know, I cannot just come and sit here and say, yes, Yambo and Sema NDC, Omuntine Yedruha, and your status na could be. I'm telling you, I'm making you understand where they started from. NDC about power, implemented the solutions they gave to the MPP, which they ignored. Bawumia started fooling himself about. Kennedy did not even understand. Eeii NPP, these were the things they implemented the first day they came into office. That is why today, the finance minister can boldly tell you that Fitch ratings upgrades Ghana's credit ratings from restricted default to B, citing strong economic reforms, declining inflation, and fiscal discipline led by Finance Minister Ato Forson. And what you are seeing today, the numbers you are seeing today on your screen, say, and Ghana's inflation to average 15% by the end of 2025, and because of the policies, the solutions they suggested to the MPP when they so. Into Yaka Fitch ratings and the ABBA B from junk status, it is because when this government came into power, they implemented the advice they were giving to the NPP. This is not connected to the NPP anywhere. Now, time NDC for your crossroads, na busumi bang. If they had implemented it, because NPP every power, it is saying NDC about power. So this credit goes straight to the NDC, because they stuck to their principle. They are now most suggest NPP, no, they came and they stuck to it. That is why we are seeing the changes immediately. So credit goes to this man, and it goes to the president, and it goes to the government and the party that is in power. MPP for Jimmy. They think it is all about jargons. They think They think hinie. They think bosremuka. They think it's a competition. Amebuo enye competition. Intelligence. Enye nipa otonyum bebre. Intelligence. Enye weni beko wen pay asem. Amebuo intelligence. Yamau ekro 8 years of a dollar fee 3.8. Or the dollar could do 17. Abua ben and santuabamau. And I'm talking about the MPP as a political party. Enye Bawumia nkwa because on my now muchichire na say no enye Bawumia nkwa na chichire na Kennedy timbi contractor Kennedy nya na billions of cedis Bawumia ene ne tena table e ma Kennedy beji tum se Bawumia na ndi enim on my now say no na Brian Agyapong or your minister wom under MPP on my now say no na Bawumia na lead every economic conversation. Why should any Ghanaian and Adwini Ejuma sit on any table and say vote for these junkies? Why? This is the reality. People have come in. A new driver is in town. Oji kano na kano ayedien ebubu. Simple thing. Tama na MPP chi trotro no na ayedien NDC for catch them say trotro na muchi kakra na ejina no. Kire mu say mo anhwe ya one day ejina entumi njesu biem. Inti NDC for catch them say mo na muchi trotro no. De o say mo yeni anope bia mo check oil. Mo make sure say anope bia no ma fill tank. Mo make sure say seat no tight no. Mo make sure ties no and warn out. Ties no mo change and sana mo dey see road. NDC former mo suggest we nyina say mo ya ade we ya na mo trotro no betube nya hoden. Etuma ye road worthy, etuma ye adwuma. Omo suggest we ma mo no anye. And mo ka kire NDC for say omo agimi. Now answer na ye ba pamo say chief drivers no na mo de car na akoma mechanical mu ntuaka. MPP for mo agimi me kire mo nyansa. Car ni break it down no and amudu ko see mechanic. And amuka che mechanic say ye owner eba behwe etua eye free ho and amu free power. Muja car no na ekada car no so mechanic shop. Now why na ndi sika nkonko tua because owner no adwuma be na oye. Edi sika na obenya edi akotua car no and make sure say mechanic ni say ohia screwdriver, ohia new tires, ohia the engine oil. Sika be na owner nemfamra. The owner has to be proactive. Now sa owner no or provision store. Sa owner no or school bia daycare. Sa owner no or sa wo enkonyo de renti. Now sa nyoma we nyina no egudan a etua light bill wom. Egudan a nkonfo so otua omoka. Inti o se oyeden e ka bia e wo se otete sika bia otete no o se sa be bia ne sika free no okotete nkakra. Now o so tiase owner ne company na omode nkonyama rent no otua workers ka. The company na eye school no otua teachers ka. The company na esi foforo na yedwuma no enti ontumi nko emfa ne nsanko bomu keke enti first no na sa owner no otua ka 10 Ghana yesi obeka chom say nyoma nko ye enti obetua 8 Ghana sa nyoma na friend fiscal space or create space send ebeya obenya kakra da kotua ka ne ka and this and that is what they did. They made sure say nyoma bia na ye say sika mfa so ni so no they cut it down and omunya sika de call workshop IMF e de kotua e kire say ye betumi de ka we si kwaso. And no nende amaka ni ibu adwuma o ka kire me say enkwasiafo no yemfa credit ma driver kwasiampanyi na ye tu no for say every single day on change oil, every single day on change tires, every single day on miamia boat ma or den kwasia wanya car ni break it down no yemfa credit in commerce kwasia driver no. Are you crazy? The new driver deserves it. Because new driver no buy no the idea or the ma owner no and then the amaka na sabe gina kwaso. So who in their right senses will say and from junk status to B status, in former MPP, actually what bottom. Anytime guys, a majority of MPP for the MPP, Jimmy Munko school. Anything Omobe redeem a use more for a long time. Anytime say you people will never come to power again for the next 42 years. Anytime they be a kasawa ha, you can't intellectuals then we are near say breaking it down my MPP for Kwasi because my journey emun son. Margin a very tight, a very small. It is so difficult for any Ghanaian to reason with you people. It's in Jimino, nay wound numbers wino. Adia chantam a cronin sam famamo. Anna would you see a sayana? Anna would you see a Nimunyansa? The proposals and go for the man when the bacoso. I'm about no bedin in aso, and it's now we are here today. And the Menoka say inflation by the end of 2025, a bit 15%. And the NDC, Fitch for say inflation way, Answer na yemwe afiwe no ebegina 15%, akọ n'anima 15, 16, 50 enko. Time na move free power. Inflation na 57. Before me free power and I'm manipulating numbers na rare number na 57%. The same people after 6 months more catch say more better managers of the economy. Inti yantam to me ma Kennedy. Yantam to me ma Bawumia. Yantam to me ma Brandy Champon. Na mo fanya den, na mo fa to me nya den. Inti suddenly after 6 months mo ko sua bibia ye hu bi da. Ya no so na ti Ghana mo nko baby a. Ya no mo ti Ghana mo nko baby a. Inti die pa na Bawumia ko sua exceptionally a. Yan santam Ghana ma no. E die na Ken Agyapong akosua de a. O hu bi da yan tam ga. Mon kire me, mon kan kire ye. Mmoa. Bojun say tete no. Bojun say be ka say dubu ahenkwara. O we de danko buzia. E na we dombo san kwase ade na twam. Ye pedie ye didi akoye nim. Sani e bebo ho ban. Enye me wo fa party nie. E na ye de amunim ye. Ye de party of elite. Party amoye elite. E na abro nyanya mo regional chairman. Party amoso ma school e na chairman wuntumi ne e pese obedi mo national chairman. Mo ye nwan. Party na ma school na obi a ultimate try myself no ono na eba bedi party nanim. Mo jimi. Munim nyansa. Ana mo yankoa bi na yatem afri KVIP bi so ne dem abegu Ghana. How do you people reason? Because whatever you people say, you do the opposite. Party of elites, no, and then the Abronya regional minister, regional chairman. Party of elites, no, and then the chairman won't me. Wabedi regional chairman, no, or you 2-4 chairman. And the more person we the national chairman. No more me. Party of elites. Now tam city every 3.8. Now what time they are 17. Also your party unimu oh bodam. Na ye sorry ya ye jiminti ni ye refi. Ye say ye fa to me ma MPP. Ni ye fa MPP na mo fanya den. E go for we pa. Mo fa to me ma mo de to me ni ye den. De bia me busa mo. Sa to me na mo pel mo de ye den. Sa mo che de mo de to me ni ya mo de ye de ma mo 8 years. Party of elites ya ko school ye de wan na akọ school MPP ni mo kan kire me. MPP no wan na akọ school wan na akọ school MPP ni wan. Ekufuado. Na ye ka obi a okuta fake certificate o de be di Ghana se nye Ekufuado. Sibia na nsemu kemu ye certificate we fake. Na me dwen se mo be ka Ekufuado de nwan ma ntwaboa. Na me dwen se mo go fake Ekufuado certificate aba. Kweku ba kwa ina ni se watch ayetia so. Onko fake Ekufuado certificate mbra okofa toilet paper de ba ye. Mo Jimmy party no, you don't think. You are not intelligent. You are not intelligent. Anything that obiaba wo twa famoso on Brandy Champon. Watena sia analyze ngusam mbubudro no Jimmy. Anything on super president Teddy. The strategy is obia tene no or analyze MPP na ohu a lot of holes. You think it's easy to penetrate in the NDC? What put down unum almost young woman on bebusa questions. But the MPP is easy. Anything in the Kennedy, any Bawumia we are or say or yeah economic waste kid. And the Bawumia from 3.8 CD to 17. Bawumia down per president Teddy Manipa Dinechi. Why saying Kabuwa? You don't think. You are not smart. You are not intelligent. Anyone comes and use you people like trash. Because Mumudu Duarumon King Kain, margin you deep. Into Obia Baba Ghana Bia or pe politics I bia or some pe MPP. Because a honor a Jimmy for the Dawson, a honor margin from the Dawson. And I'm steady. Obia on kind of Caribbean, Nigeria for me or pe politics I be MPP. It is easy. Abronya your regional chairman. Abua Papon or your deputy communications director. Abua Papon. Who should I say you didn't come be at the painted down. I said, why should I say brush at the bob binim at the painted down? Abua Papon. These are the people who are leading a political party. Now ye Jiminti near Tam Ghana. Deche Bawumia J. Near the Ghana share Bawumia say 2016, 2013, 14, 15, 16. And here for now we say Ekufuado Ejina stage aye economic lecturer. Yehu bi wo Ghana. 2012 to 2016. The band obiti Ekufuado acquire keynote speaker on any economic forum B and I say event B. Yehu bi da. Everything was Bawumia. 90% of people who voted for Ekufuado, it was because of Bawumia. And it was because of Bawumia. Enti ende say the Ghana shamonsa na achichide ekufu adu jimijimi yenim so no abo drag on to nya hwe. Na Bawumia a handle economy no for 8 years. Na ye free $3.8 akodu 17 yen santam Ghana mawo. Yen fama na fa koye de. Wo Ken Agyapong sika ben na mo tina party contract ben na mo enya. Ken Agyapong aban we MPP aban we contract ben na wo Ken we enya. Sika ben na we enya mfiri MPP aban mu. Brand Champo ya be minister twice. Edien na mo de ma Ghana for selfish ingrates. Hypocritical, selfish, dirty ingrates. Muhu Ghana for say ye Jimmy, you want just to milk the nation. Madani Ghana into a cash cow. Kwasi ampenyi bia so now the political party colors afan ho. Now I finish Ghana. They make money, they take care of their children, and they see us as foolish. Until suddenly they are the almighty. We love people. We love Ghana. The youth. Ghana and Kwana youth your problem. Ghana and Kwana kwasi bia be president. The youth is my priority. The youth is my priority. Now papa kokora no gina no or your problem chen youth no. Ghana na yet no youth ben na wejimi chen KT Hammond. Youth ben na Ghana wejimi chen Ken Agyapong. Ukodi MP 24 years went to see one clinic ukrum. Youth ben na wejimi chen Bawumia after following politics for 8 years and being a running mate for 16 years. Being vice president and running mate 16 years. You as an economist, you could not stop the dollar at 3.4. You left the dollar at 17. You are telling me you could not build one regional hospital. Your own hometown, Wale, you could not build a hospital. Say, I should give Ghana to you. Now you're Are you people insane? Do you people think we are foolish in Ghana? Would you say you're You people think say Ghana is you're sorry, I need the politics. We want you people to understand, say, free. We are reasoning now. We are asking questions now. That idea of I came for the youth. We want to create opportunity for the youth. Yatiana Monkwasiafo is creating 100,000 jobs. NAPCO. Ejumanaway. Yatia, where is the NAPCO? Bawumia, Ken Agyapong, Brand Champo, or say Munina Moko just launching NAPCO. And Obiampong kai NAPCO biem. Where is the NAPCO? 100,000 young people na modum kojina Independence Square. Moses san krase for be mo share to share. And na mo sa line esaye ediasa. Messiah, get me the NAPCO video. Etna Ghana launching NAPCO. After 8 years, NAPCO disappeared. You people are not ashamed. You people still call yourselves a political party, and that we should get up and do what? How much money did you spend on planting for food and jobs? Billions. And over to my chairman board dear Bako. Because I'm paying the Nimsa Mickey Mouse no. Okocha board dear betum gubas mbedran crying. Oya Santini one for board dear and kwa Santimemo 2 for Yibianko Ufu. Or the Bejinan crying. And crying for Mudi Dokono. Or the board dear Bejinan crying. So Obiambe yi board dear. Now planting for food and jobs no. And your 1 car penny in your board dear woman. You think we have forgotten? Is that the kind of governance you people think say we have missed? We have not missed anything about you people. You people are bloody liars. You people are not smart enough, not intelligent enough. All the things you people keep telling us about. What can you people point to? Bawumia, Kennedy, Brand Agyapong. Point to one thing. And you people have the audacity and foolishness to exhibit some ignorance in the system like we gave you 8 solid years. Akora no wedi 10 years. Tamana mu free power no wedi 18 years. Akora no wedi 18 years. Mu free power no wedi saying. You people think we are foolish? You wasted a lot of people, a lot of opportunities. We are not going to allow this nonsense to happen again. We are not going to allow anything. Let's get serious. Mr. S. Let me read this from a Fitch. Let me read this from them. Mr. S, thank you very much. My team me read you. Madras to Samo. Bukuni pasre. Kwasiafo. Yansanfa Ghana mamo. This is the report. This is what they said. They said inflation to decline. Where a Fitch report under John Dramani Mahama. Monsha di omokaye. Pizza to formuntie me. Kevin nkwana be yedwuma we. Me say adikudentia me kan na madwudwa mu ne say otumfo ntra. So won se makan ade obrofo na me sa chirechire ma kire eye pizza to for ɛyɛ deɛ bantamafoɔ south central so ɛyɛ ɔboase ankaa so ɛyɛ apedwa ɛne asantememu nkuro nketewa sebio mumu dodoɔ no yɛnka no kora nkyerɛ mu a meyɛ saa deɛ wei a ɛyɛ otumfoɔ ntira medɔ otumfoɔ wɔn akoma mu ɛne kyerɛ ne nananom na mumu bi mu agyi mi no metumfo ɛkyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma mu kyerɛ mo ne yɛsɛ nka mɛyɛ it is the respect I have for otumfoɔ. I that respect na me woma otumfoɔ anytime me betena ha na makan brofo na makan twi. That is why I do it. Na nkese nka me was that time no. I say mo nipa dodo ya mumu dodo di party fun we echi a mo kan kwasi asem mumu bi mo kasa ese ebi ni gumanum mo mmu nipa but bibi nti mumu bi enkwasi ade a mo ye ni nyina na ye betena ha ne asa kyerɛ mo ade eye otumfoɔ se tutu ntira de bia meka kyerɛ mo na nkese me wo mo time. But still I will force you people to understand say na ye buman sene beya kwasi ampe yi bi for politics and na ada amubiem mame kinkan na medwudwa mu nkyerɛw technology feature for report ni inflation to decline. We forecast inflation will average 15% in 2025 and 10% in 2026. Feature for the say Jumadia atofos ne Jomahama mudi no sibia omotutu ye sikasem sibia Bank of Ghana ehwe ye sikasem ye dollar so no almost 2025 we afi we nyoma so beti akofom akodu oha enchichemu edien edionum 15 dunum 15 dunum 15%. Time na MPP was so free power no na eye inflation nyoma mu ayatoto na eye 57% oha enchichemu edionum son 57. Under 5 months John Mohammed ye 57 afi we ebegina dunum eye 15%. And the muamunim ya tete nyoma so me kyerɛ me dwudwam sɛ be ya kwasi ampa yi bi di matama waka sɛ we die kanokore na Kevin aka otumfo nti uko ani ma say and 10% in 2026 fitch for say afia yes abesimu no ɛyɛ inflation nyoma sɛnea ne bo beba fam no eba beduru ɔhanche chemu du 10% we enya de di agro we idea I was a we embrace we na wa too now we can no kure me ele chichire man no and Bawumia Ken Agyapong Brian Champion now 57 almost said 2026 afia ye besim no fitch for na predict say inflation e betia bedu 10% or ha echichemu du 10%. Now mamin kind ya kana menjudwam down from 23% in 2024 time na Bawumia mo manipulate inflation no from 57 almost free power na inflation na ewo 23% and look after lying through the elections omonya baby am fengina so onya fengina 23% in reality na 57%. Still Bahama the 5 months edwema ba fom 2026 or say dwema ko fom minja na menkotoma wan Kennedy Bawumia Brian Champion na den me otwe ana me Jimmy pizza the form ntie brofo no. Now almost say a still tight monetary policy stance and fiscal consolidation. The size of the pass-through of exchange rate appreciation is uncertain, but we believe it will rapidly contribute to the moderation in domestic inflation. Backed up by lower oil prices and international food prices, we project the Bank of Ghana will start cutting its policy rate in July 2025. Almost say, Sibia John Mahama NDC abane echichire man fa no. Omo need to talk. Na omo hwe dwumadi omodi na omo sese nyoma na omo keka nyoma sie ni a eye yesikasam entotoye eba eye enuane bo eye sebio fango a ye tu a ye ton eba eye yesikasam eye dollar no na ho odin sebio omo so omo nyanyame omo betuma kire se dollar no ebegina 2 and 3 but from experience any de omo ya cha omo dia predict upon country ehunu no eye Ghana yaman no eba cedi a and what didn't be a ding a jinan and also for a very long time. Almost omuhuni say, ye koye nimuno, Sydney be jinan and also, Sika Samutu to ebe jinan and also, Bank of Ghana, eba in Simua, omudisi besiaho, I friend interest rate na 2025 enko ewieno, no masatiso. Intende, say interest rate was 29 and 30%. 2025 and no, na above form. This is right prediction. It is all because of the government putting things in place. So the macro economy, no, it is merging, it is coming together. That is why things are gelling this way. Inti omo chiremo abrofo no say aban na amayi no ya aban papa. Me say, okay, idea when I born the tofa. Fitch for one say, ma banya edi musuno, eya banya munsomu ye. Eya banya pa. Eya banya mubetumi ajinedi. Eya banya ewo opepa. Eya banya etoto ne nyoma. Musika samon to yebe jinane na aso. Ne tofa na meka akire wo no. Na inti yansa nkoto aba nsa mfama wan. Yento aba ma wan. Wan ne yento aba ma no. Bawumia, Kennedy, Eeii Agyapong. No mo meye dien. This is what we witnessed. Napko no way. Kwasiafo and the Muslim ye den. Ghana for and consider NPP. No more meye den. Napko ni. Oh, we are coming for the youth. We are coming for the youth. Bawumia, Kennedy, Eeii Agyapong. You wasted young people their lives 8 years. Money achichidie we. Kwasiade. I know bit to us ye di atem. Do you think it's easy? A brand here wedi 20 years or did you hope eshe sadie we mu 28 years now. Make a almost 30 years. Nothing for him. Obia no wedi 25 years or did ni na koma shemu. No wedi 32 years or 34 years, 35 years. Then onye. You think it's a joke? It's not a joke. You have killed people's dreams. You have misled millions. You have destroyed lives and hearts. People's dreams have been shattered. You think it's easy to revive that confidence? Or you say easy say a young person will just get up one day and say, I bind the policy, but I want to be part of it. It takes time. You don't just deceive people and think it's a joke. Let's move on to the next topic. It doesn't work like that. Because when you do these things, so killing the dreams, the aspirations, the inspiration, the confidence in the young people they are the backbone that help grow an economy. So now, majority of them are dejected. They don't even want to do anything. When the government creates opportunities, they don't have the hope. Into you, the NPP, you have killed the hope of this nation. Because young people who can go out there and willingly commit patriotically to work for this nation, they are reluctant to do it because of the pain, because of the deceit. So when a new government comes and tries to build that belief, now must say yes, come to me, mamu. Got to do with Zoom Lion clarifies status of YEA contract amid public speculation. And in some what town you say a Zoom Lion contractor now omuni abaywo through YEA contract there are two things running in the system now. Contract I expire and the bimusa contract you cancel. And your Zoom Lion about a contract normally a running contract every March the contract expires on its own, and when it expires you have to sit with the government again and rewrite the contract, and I say re-sign the contract. Whether it has expired or it has been cancelled, remember my platform we so I can say I am one person. I wouldn't want one company to monopolize sanitation issues in Ghana. I have always said it. When it comes to sanitation management, I've always said on this platform, and I've always argued to say we need to decentralize sanitation. We need to bring in more private sector investors. The government also needs to do its part. So I have been on this platform on countless occasions to tell Ghana for say when it comes to sanitation, Ghana ball at the that thing it should not be done solely by a single company. Now, the arguments are among for Mickey, and I have seen Manasseh Azuri, the baller journalist. The idea and the journalism is to make sure he brings Zoom Lion down. I don't care. That is not my problem. I don't even care whether Zoom Lion goes down or not. Azuri is Zoom Lion, their own problem. But then when it comes to sanitation issue in Ghana today, I want to ask a simple question. And today I was watching TV online and all that, and people were talking about, yes, it is good. Right now, Zoom Lion, he has to come and also lobby for another contract with other private companies that want to manage that want to be part of waste management in Ghana. And I agree with those conversations. I agree with those people talking. But in this moment, as a nation, as a country, I'm not holding brief for Zoom Lion. I will never do that. But I want to ask, say you baller and or Ghana, do you know where the baller ends? We are all arguing. We are all saying it is good. And I have sat here to say, I don't want one company. I don't even want Zoom Lion alone to take over Ghana's baller so that Obia any access to Ghana baller. Now the question here is, Zoom Lion as a company, today in Ghana, I say, and you say Obia Mbe lobby Mbe contract be Mbe baller, no, it is fine. Now the question here is, are we in a position as a nation to handle the amount of baller? Yeah. Do we have private companies that have the capacity to manage your baller no Ghana no now? Does the government, as we know, does it have the capacity to manage your trash as a nation now? These are three questions I'm asking. The question, I'm going to tell me questions waiting and say, I like it. I am happy. Today, we have opened the floodgates for everybody to go and also lobby or also bid for a contract to manage waste in Ghana. Now, the question here is, Oba Abruchira, about a management of a baller, the government technically, indirectly handles it. And when I say technically or indirectly, it is handled by the county or maybe the state. Until you can see, say, it is basically done in a federal way, not like the government as a whole, but the local government or a county or a state and handle a baller. Now, as we speak in Ghana today, we as a nation, as much as we have a problem with Zoom Lion, as much as we think or we believe that he is manipulating a waste management in Ghana, he, one way or the other, is not paying his workers what we expect him to pay, and that we want him out. And then we want it to be open for other companies to also come in and be part of this waste management whole conversation. The question here is, are we as a nation, do we have waste management companies that have that capacity to manage the kind of waste we make in Ghana? Let's be realistic. As much as we all have a problem with Zoom Lion monopolizing the system and all that, let's ask real questions that need real answers. Do we have the capacity? Can we today manage our waste? Can we as a nation? Do we have any company in Ghana that has 10% of the capacity Zoom Lion has to manage our waste? TV, radio, morning show talking about Zoom Lion stepping away, reopening the bid. The question is, when they put their trash in their bin in front of their house, do they know where the trash ends up? Do they know? Because when it comes to waste management, it is not just about picking the waste. It is not the baller now. It goes through a process for that baller to vanish. And it's a say, as a nation, as much as Azuri ye dede or ye dede no, Mumusa Azuri, Manas Azuri say, we as a nation today, Ghana as a nation, NDC government today, as a ruling party, Eddie Ghana. So, do we have the capacity? Do we have the capacity to manage our waste? Do we have? Now, when you pick the baller, that's how pick a baller now. Odo baller no to baller, where does it go? Because remember, so the baller to baller did never tam baller now. Baller and one share, it will go away, and when it rains, that same baller will come back to your house. And no, happening in Ghana today. Sometimes we pay money and we think our baller is gone. Yenya boys be omuti abobo yaso near the baller amomo no mo de ko. The baller no kwa ya dream no baller no has disappeared. But the moment it rains, the same baller now a call 2 weeks ago, no, those same baller will come back to our neighborhood. At the say our house has flooded. We don't have water. We are struggling here. We look like frogs. The question here is, when they pick your trash, because maybe to America, Hano, say when they pick my trash, I know that I'm not going to see the trash again. But in Ghana, when they pick your trash today, say and yama other private companies the opportunity to bid and also manage waste in Ghana. Do you think, sir, when they pick your trash, the trash will disappear forever, or the trash will be carried somewhere for the rain to bring it back home? Because we also need to look at these things before we make those arguments. There are so many people every morning, they are sitting on TV, they are sitting on radio, they are arguing. I have said, I have always argued we should not hand over Ghana's waste management to one company. So I agree. If the government is saying other companies are supposed to be involved, I agree 100%. Zoom Lion cannot monopolize our waste management. He needs to understand, say, your companies are also but in our situation right now, in our state right now, as a nation, as a government, do we have the capacity to manage our waste? The reason I'm asking this is simple. Now, see a town ball and if you get in the baller has to end up at a recycling plant. You can say recycling planter. Baby at the ball at the bekwa, you be doing juma, a bed dani at the fofra and your ball at BM. How many private companies are and there you be gate to us omumba lobby, omumba bede for contractor? How many of these private companies have a recycling plant in Ghana? How many companies in Ghana today send your mom contract to also pick trash? Their mom with the same contract that the Zoom Line say they have the capacity to pick trash. How many companies in Ghana today have recycling plants? And the otam baller now, the baller will go there and it will be recycled and some go back into the system and be a baller and be flood Ghana. How many companies in Ghana have companies like that or more recycling plant? At the end of the day, the Zoom Lion capacity is bigger. It's a necessary evil. I am not here to do PR for Zoom Lion, but I'm here to ask the relevant questions. As much as we want to decentralize air waste management in Ghana, we also need to know that we are at a deficient. Now, as we speak, if Zoom Lion decides to stay away from waste collection, there's a difference between the collecting of the waste and processing the waste. Because collecting of the waste is not difficult, but processing the waste not to let the waste come back into the system is the most difficult one. In the Soba Brochia, and your waste now for waste today you can do it, it can be collected any day. But where the waste that has been collected, where it ends, that is the most important thing. Because the waste now ending at the right place, the waste will find its way back into the system. So the continuous flooding and the country being a mess, it is going to go on, it's going to be a cyclical thing. Intimacy. Zoom Lion, as we see, as much as we all want his contract to be cut into pieces, are we as a nation, is the government as a Ghana government, and I say, we as a people, private entities who want to go into this business, do we have recycling plants that have the capacity to turn waste into nothing? Send your baby betam ball and so ball will not make its way back to East Legon. So and Zoom Lion decided say he's not going to be part of waste collection. He's only going to go into recycling of waste. Can we pay? Young says Zoom Lion onya 80 million Ghana cedis every month from Ghana. Right now, you see Zoom Lion on Tiakaye. Instead of us to sit with him and know, say, we need to get to a point where Zoom Lion, whether we like it or not, when it comes to waste management in Ghana, he needs to have the lion's share. Whether you like it or not, we need to start from somewhere. The government needs to invest in waste management. The private citizenry who want to go into waste management, they need to put a lot of money to invest in waste management. It is not just collecting the baller. Just collecting the baller, anybody can put a company together and collect baller. But where the baller ends, is the baller going to make its way back into the system? That is where the critical question is. It is Zoom Lion today, or decided to say he's not going to be part of collecting the waste and that he's only going to concentrate on recycling the waste. Can we pay Zoom Lion? Because Zoom Lion, MBN recycling plant now around the nation. Now you can recycle baller now. Where are we taking the baller? It means we can create 200 million private companies that are into waste management, but at the end of the day, it will be waste because they wouldn't be able to get rid of the waste 100%. It will make its way back into the system. So we need to make sure that conversation we are having, I would never agree say Zoom Lion should have 100% control over Ghana's waste management. Never. But if we are dealing with a company like Zoom Lion, we need to be very tactical about it. We need not to just look at the baller. We need to look at the process the baller goes in before the baller vanishes. Because if you don't look at the end game, the end product, how the baller is not going to make its way back home, you can give the contract to 200 companies and feel satisfied and feel happy about it. But at the end of the day, you'll be making more mess than before. Because all these companies who pick the baller, they wouldn't be able to recycle it. They will end up at places that we don't want them to end up, and then it will all wash back into the system. So we need to have a plan. We need to have a plan. We are in a fix. We are in a situation whereby years upon years, we did not pay attention, we did not invest in waste management. The government should be taking initiative to invest. The government should be able to build about 10 plants around the nation, recycling plants, if the government wants to fight the monopolization of waste management in Ghana. If the government wants to fight the monopolization of waste management in Ghana, the government needs to take a big step. The government needs to place a big role. The government needs to build recycling plants. Because when you have the recycling plants, you can give many companies to so many companies. All that they need to do, collect and bring and let us burn it out. But if the government does not invest in recycling plants, if individuals are not willing to invest in serious high voltage recycling plants, what is going to happen is we can give companies contracts, the baller will end up at home. And I have said, when these things happen, unless you don't understand waste management, if today we cancel Zoom Lion's contract, I have it. I have no problem. Cancel it. There are other companies in Ghana. Do they have the capacity to maintain or to stop to run waste management in Ghana? Do they have the capacity? Company Ben or Ghana CCR. If Zoom Lion is not here, or more incinerators are a bit to me. I handle the amount of waste we produce in a day. Company Ben. So let's take our time. Let us understand. Out of the anger towards a Zoom Lion, maybe the payment of his workers, we can force him to pay the workers better. But taking away that vital part of him and as his company, the role Zoom Lions company plays in Ghana, our waste management. I'm telling you for a fact. You might not like what I'm saying. You might disagree with me because you have an anger towards Zoom Lion because of the payment he's paying his workers. But when it comes to the practical part of solving that problem, I'm telling you, what Zoom Lion, the capacity Zoom Lion has, we don't have any company in Ghana that has it. And we as a nation, this is the time we need to start having that conversation. A nation as Ghana, we need to invest in incinerators. We need to invest in waste management. Why should we get to this point where one company, one investor can take the waste management and hijack it? Because we don't have what he has. Because what he has, we don't have it. The incinerators he has, we don't have it. The things that he has been able to invest in, we as a nation, we have sat down idle for years and we have not been able to do it. So if the workers are not being paid well, let our focus be on him paying the workers well and not taking him out of job. Because when you take him out of work, what you are going to do is you are going to be in the fix. We are going to be swallowed by trash. And you see, let's put everything aside. I don't care, but I am looking at the bigger picture. Majority of you are following Azuri because he has a personal issue with the man. But I am looking at the detailing. I'm looking at the end game. I am looking at where the trash ends. And these are very important topics. I am still waiting for one person to tell me, say, there is a company that can take over from Zoom Lion in Ghana. I don't think there's any company. I don't think there's any company. Zoom Lion is a national, it's a indigenous company. Whether we like it or not, it's Ghanaian. And what we can do is, if they are not doing things right, we need to force them to do it right, not to take them out of market. Because if you take Zoom Lion out of market, you and I, we will suffer. This government will struggle to manage waste in Ghana. It's a fact. I am not going to argue with you. I have stated my facts. I've stated my reasons. These are serious stuff. Don't see waste management as, oh, you're tam baller. Baller it's nothing. Where the baller ends, it's very important. And it's not nipa bebre wa abrochire. That is what we call waste management. When your baller is taken and you never see it again. See a time of baller, now the achina and sotona sa baller and saba, you are in danger.